Are live. Hey, internet people. This is the folks, guys. Everybody, get it together. This is the folks from Heroes Die show. New year, same show, and welcome to 10 minutes of, or a few minutes of bullshitting while we get warmed up, we get ready, get limber, get emotionally and mentally limber for this game of Dungeons and Dragons. Which
yeah.
I'm titling Out of the Frying Pan tentatively. Yeah. Everyone have
Into the shadow fire.
A good holiday time.
Yes.
Yeah.
How about yourself, Jason?
Fuck yes, I did. I'm cursing too much. See, I'm getting too excited. Yeah. So we did presents with my daughter, which was exciting. We had, played lots of dominoes, played lots of games, getting well into a puzzle with my wife, which, I've been wanting to make a puzzle board, so I can take the puzzle off and on the surface, and I didn't do it, and I'm really kicking myself because I want my coffee table back. I want it back, and it's being stolen by this awesome puzzle, and I have to power it. Now I'm doing the puzzle as a chore. It's still fun, but it feels like a chore sometimes.
You have to get it done so you can get your coffee table back.
That's right. Yeah. I saw Mike up in Canada, which is cool. Nice. I saw Mike's new apartment. Went to his housewarming party, which is awesome.
Nice.
That's
I was going to say it looks very nice, Mike.
Yeah. Screen. Nothing. But yeah, Jason met my landlord.
It's true.
Ooh.
Very nice guy.
Very exciting.
It's a serious step in a relationship.
I know, right? When your DM meets your landlord.
It's an important milestone.
Yeah.
I have a patient whose family over the holidays, because she does puzzles a lot, and they got her a board that you can lift, but then there's little drawers also that go in and out of it that you can store puzzle pieces. I know. I should ask the family where they got it because it looked pretty cool. Not going to lie. I was like, I need one of those. Not that I've done a puzzle in 10 years.
My wife has a mat that you put the pieces on, and then when you're not using it, you can roll up the mat.
How does that work?
It's magic. But we needed to find a solution because we have cats. So the fact that they stick to the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you can take them off and move them, but they have a little bit of stickiness, which was necessary to not lose all our pieces.
This sounds like witchcraft. That's not a real.
It might be. It might be.
I feel like every place you have to stash your pieces is another level of difficulty. Because when you start losing pieces, you're like, is it in the bag? Check the bag. It's it's not in the bag. Check the box. The box. It's in the drawer. Maybe it's in the
half
drawer.
Puzzle, half scavenger hunt.
Yeah. That's a different one too. It's we send you pieces in the mail. How about that?
Have to trade with other people. You have to figure out what pieces you're missing, and then you have to find people with those pieces.
Yeah, Monopoly puzzle.
We keep a collection of jars so we can put different parts of the puzzle in different jars, but it's been a bad idea. I agree that this is not as helpful as it looks.
No.
All right, Jason, I sent you
I see
the thing.
I see it. I'm not going to look at this now. That's
it's going to consume your mind the rest of the game.
What kind of dominoes do you play? Because we play a lot of dominoes.
So,
really?
There's a bunch of different rules. We've kind of house ruled our dominoes a little bit. So it's mostly my wife and I playing just the two of us. Mostly playing just the two of us. We do 6 pieces. 6 pieces. None of the cards are wild cards. You can pick. You have to pick up if you can't play. On doubles, you have to play again if you can. Right, and you have to pick up if you can't. And I think that's mostly it for the rules. So.
Okay, that's interesting. We play 42 and 84, which are trick games. But
I always played chicken foot when we played dominoes. Mm-hmm. That was what I always did.
There's lots of different dominoes, so I was curious.
There are, and we just decided that we were just going to make up our own. So that's what we did.
House rules. Everybody's got house rules.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Anybody else get up to anything exciting? Tay, you were vacationing somewhere?
I was in Tampa, Florida.
Ooh.
Well, actually, I was at St. Petersburg, but it was a
Mm.
little chillier than anticipated. It was like high 60s, but it was sunny, and that's enough for a Wisconsin girl. You know, like that's that's plenty warm for me. So I read a lot of books. I was actually going to recommend one that I can recommend to your daughter is a book by Allie Ernest. It's called Cities of Smoke and Starlight, but it's very like clean, no swearing, easy, fun read. So I read those two books while I was on vacation too. But otherwise, went to Busch Gardens. I haven't been there in a while, so that was fun. We did like a boat tour. We saw some dolphins. We went to see Winter and Hope, the dolphins after there's some movies based after them. The dolphin without the end piece of her tail. So we did that. That was fun. And otherwise, just laid around on the beach and drank margaritas and, read books.
The famous dolphins, then. That's good. Yeah.
The famous dolphins. Yeah, so that was fun.
Nice.
Celeb dolphins.
Yeah, celebs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did meet a celebrity. So that's pretty exciting. Probably the only one I'll ever meet in person living in Wisconsin.
You should have asked them to come on the show. That would have been a great bump for
Dang,
us.
Let me just
Going
set up a
live.
webcam over the pool.
I'm not trying to
Look
deal with their
around.
egos, though. I've heard
True,
that Starlight
yeah.
can be a pain, or Winter can be a pain.
That's our next one shot. We're all dolphins.
Yeah.
Done. I would totally do that. That's hilarious.
Nice.
How does that not like a one-page CTRPG yet?
It will be.
Yeah.
It's in the works right now.
Patent pending, folks. Fail.
Nobody else tried to do that. It's ours.
Your famous
Picture, if you
dolphins
will.
trying to kick a mackerel
Dolphins.
habit. A vicious
Yeah.
mackerel habit.
I think one that would be hilarious would be octopi. They're so clever, and I think that would be a fun one.
I just read that
page.
book, Remarkably Bright Creatures. It was good. It was really cute. It was like about not a dolphin, an octopus. It was like very smart.
Oh, that sounds adorable.
That's cool. I like octopi. Octopi? Yeah.
Octopi.
they're
Yeah,
very
I was
cool.
like octopus, octopi. I don't
They
know.
have brains in their arms.
It's
fucking
pretty
awesome.
impressive.
Yeah, really,
I
really.
love them. They're great. Just most sea creatures are pretty cool, to be honest.
I ate calamari last night. It was pretty good.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Did you have a good time?
I did, yes, and
Oh,
I ate
nice.
a incredibly bright creature, I guess.
No, squids aren't. Squids are fine.
different.
That's
Yeah.
right, yeah.
You can eat squids without the guilt,
Okay.
right? Or at least with significantly less guilt.
Done.
Yeah. Guilt
Yeah.
gone.
I'm fully on board with eating calamari, and I won't eat octopus.
Yeah.
Fully on board.
Yeah,
Apparently, most of the time, calamari is pig bung.
is what? No,
Never mind.
I don't want to hear it
I
anymore.
don't. Yeah, it's one of those things you can never unhear. It's with
Guilt
you
is
forever.
rising. Guilt is rising.
If you went to a good place, then chances are it's probably
It was good.
Calamari. Good.
Not gonna
Don't-
lie, every
don't
once
get
in
the
a while,
discount calamari. Got it.
I do think of like eating beef and animals, and then I meet cows, and they're all evil. So that I feel less bad.
Not true. I
It
used
isn't,
to
but-
work at it was a place called the Oil Ranch, and it was like a place where kids could come and like experience a ranch. And I was at the cow milking station, and I did milking demonstrations, and Daisy was the sweetest cow. Like I spent all day with her, and I would bathe her and
Yeah.
like hang out with her. She was
Some breeds are really fun, but like Holstein breeds, oh my god, they're mean.
And you've forgotten about Petunia, obviously. And
I've seen
Yeah.
better.
I'll remember that if we get back to Wingrove. I'll tell you that. He's gonna be looking for
We
revenge.
will get
Oh,
back
no.
to Wingrove. We will.
Eventually, yeah.
One day.
We must.
I forgot about Petunia.
All right, folks, y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all ready?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't care. We're going
I-
anyway. Consent-free D&D. No, I'm kidding. It's not that. Just
That would
was
be terrible.
inappropriate.
Mhm.
Please don't play in games like that. Just get out. Bad
Right.
D&D. No D&D is better than bad D&D. All right.
Right. It's
Don't
true.
let anybody gaslight you into thinking otherwise. We've all been there.
Yep. Okay, folks, let's begin. Welcome to episode 33 of Heroes Die Show. I am Jason. I'm your game master, so it's my job to put together the scenarios that you play through. And today I'm joined by the awesome cast of Heroes Die Show who are going to introduce themselves, starting on my left.
Oh my gosh, I was not ready. Hi, I'm Paula, and I play Kit in this Best Left Buried series. And I think I'm here to tell you about our social media. You can join us on all the different platforms. We're on Twitter /X, Instagram, YouTube. What else is there? TikTok. And we post different things on the various different channels. All of them, you can find us at Heroes Die Show. And you can also keep up with what we're doing.
Other places, of course. I'm Taya. I play Elspeth Pike in our Best Left Buried campaign. And one of the best places outside of our pregame bullshit to hang out with us is Discord. We absolutely love it if you'd come join us, hang out with us, talk to us about really anything. But there's a couple different things specifically, like DM tips page that I think is great. And also specifically for this campaign, we have a behind the scenes channel where things that aren't necessarily important enough to be in our episodes, but they're still important to know because we do reference them later on and stuff. So that all happens there. It's another way to keep up to date on what's going on. But how else can we keep up to date with what's happening in the Heroes Die realm?
Hello, I'm Josh, and I'm playing Zagrin. And if you want to keep up with us and you want the cutting edge stuff coming out of Heroes Die, the best place to get that is on our Patreon. We will have a dolphin game coming soon. Like, that is in the works. I'm coming up with the title. I'm going to try to focus on the episode, but watch our Patreon if you want this dolphin game, and you could say, I saw it since it began and now I'm playing it at my table. We have lots of cool stuff for you to play with your friends, and best place to get that is patreon.com/Heroes Die Show or @Heroes Die Show. And if you like playing games, you probably like to enjoy a beverage and you'd want a Heroes Die branded mug to play with your Heroes Die branded game. There's a discount code for that in there, but where would I put it?
My name is Mike, and I'll be playing Soleus. And if you want to use that discount code and get a fancy, super duper mug, Heroes Die mug with our logo on it, you can go to Big Cartel. Sorry, my ring light is getting in the way of that. Yes, Big Cartel. We have other stuff there. We got sweaters. We got hats. Come represent your favorite D&D group, guys. Come on,
Yeah.
What are you waiting for?
Yeah, voted
Louis.
by 5 out of 5 cast members is the best D&D show on the internet. So,
And my mom.
Absolutely.
yes, and Taya's mom. So
6 out of
take that-
5.
Take that, internet.
Our moms love us. All right.
Yeah, that's a good
Hopefully.
sign.
I haven't
Good
asked in at
sign.
least a couple days.
We didn't get a poll of that, but
We're all fairly confident. All right, let's do some announcements. Right, so we've got we've got this show that happens every Saturday from 1 to 4 Central Time. We're in the new year. We're getting back to DM prep sessions sporadically during the week, but we're going to shoot for Mondays going forward. And I think that's all we've got in terms of announcements. Am I right? Excellent. Good. Let's say thank you. Let's say thank you to everybody who's watching, because it's it's really fun to do the show, and it's really fun to do the show for other folks as well. Although we enjoy it intrinsically, it's nice to have you all hang out with us. Past that, I want to say thank you to this awesome cast who make up the show and make it so worth playing. And we want to say thanks to the folks that make all the cool stuff in our community that really keeps this hobby so fresh, so innovative. You know, it's the same, but it's always changing in a way that I really enjoy. So yeah, I think that's all we've got for thanks. Are we about good? All right, folks, we're going to go away for the intro. And then when we're back, we're going to tell you what's going on and get right back to it. See you in a sec.
Ah, old friend, you're here again. So glad you could stop by. Come, sit a while and let's begin. The tale of heroes die. In distant lands are stories made with villains most despised. A tale of magic, strength, and blade, of camaraderie and lies. It's one I know quite well, you see. Perhaps you'll find out why. The legends and the histories remember. Heroes die.
Okay, and we are back. Hello, folks. Welcome to episode 33 of Heroes Die Show, titled Out of the Frying Pan. If you remember last year when we were playing, our heroes had gone into a dungeon or into a sub basement below the Cerberus Assembly headquarters. They'd found these old ruins, what looked to be a temple slash mausoleum hidden under the old sewer system in the city of Icehaven. They were going in there because they were looking for evidence that Major Cullen and the military of the Empire could use against the current leadership of the Cerberus Assembly in Icehaven. Right now, there is a bit of a power struggle going on between the Cerberus Assembly and the military. And the party's been very much involved in that and has sided solidly with the Empire and the royalist element, I guess, against the Cerberus Assembly. They found their way into this dungeon. They found a very strange creature, this stone cyclops that seemed to be some sort of humanoid that had been mutated into this large abomination. They killed it. They explored a little bit into the dungeon. They found that their tracks had been followed, right? And that someone was behind them. They snuck into a room with a bunch of skeletons and monsters and another one of these stone cyclops, and then they moved past that into a room with a rift to some sort of shadowy realm, right? A room with a rift of some sort of shadowy realm. We had this large, smoky, shadowy area that was littered with bones, and we had this rift. And then just before we ended, Saleus had found a secret door that led out. At the same time, it seems like the pursuers have found the party and are launching an attack. They've got skeletons marching down into the room that they're hiding in. Two wraith-like figures have just kind of phased through the wall, and Elspeth is being confronted with a bit of an offer from this shadowy realm. Does that sound right to everybody?
Yes, we didn't know what was coming down the stairs, but
Well, little bony feet were clacking on the stones.
okay, sounds like bones.
We're told off screen, I believe, that the golems had collars on when they were killed.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That's right.
Similar to the mind control collars we saw back on the other creatures that have attacked us.
That's right. Yeah, the stone cyclopses, cyclopsis, whatever, folks. And with that, let's get back to it. So I want to hop in, and I want to start just with Essie. Essie, as you get close to that rift, you find your perspective shifting, and you are momentarily alone and in a calm space. And before you, you see this well dressed, handsome elven man standing there.
Handsome.
He looks at you. You are in a place that seems strange compared to where you are. It is a flat, shadowy, kind of gray space, and the only thing with any real definition is you and this man. And he looks at you and he says, Elspeth.
Where are they? Where are we? I'm just gonna bring happy ending up and point it at him.
Yeah, as you go to draw your weapon, it just fades. Your hand just passes through it as if it's not even there. And the
All right, that's a
voice,
neat
reassuring, says, There's no need for that, Elspeth. I come not to hurt you, but instead to make you an offer.
Does he look familiar to me? Like, how do you know me? Who are you?
I am a friend, an ally. I can feel your hunger, Elspeth.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know very much what I'm talking about. And you see once again those shadowy figures in the mist that you saw when you were talking to the witches before, the Dusk Song sisters. And he goes, You and I need the same thing, Elspeth.
Just to be clear, it's my family that I'm seeing.
That is very much that.
Leave them out of this.
I am not threatening anything, Elspeth. The world, your world, threatens those you love, denies you the power you need to make things right. Elspeth, come to me, and I will grant you the power and knowledge you need. Join me, Elspeth. And as that finishes, you find yourself stumbling back towards the portal, your hand against the back wall. Looking in through that portal, you see a gray, empty landscape, and you think you see a man standing in that landscape beyond the portal.
I take a step towards it.
Yeah, as you take a step towards it,
I don't go in.
the figure moves closer, turns and looks at you. His face veiled in shadow, but he reaches out.
How do I know?
We're gonna pop away, and Kit and Zagrin, you're standing there, and you see those figures begin to come through the wall, phase through the wall. Right, and at the same time, you can see now skeletons are running down that hallway towards you. You have that shadowy area filled with bones, known as the Bone Zone from here forward. Between you and the far side, these wraiths are beginning to materialize. What do you want to do?
Zagrin looks to the figures, looks to the portal, looks to where he hears the skeletons coming from, and then kind of just at the party and just, well, we should listen to our instinct. Is it fight or flight we're going for?
So it's just the skeletons.
that you can see. But
the
you can
moment.
only see about 10 feet of hallway, then it's stairs. So you could hold the door pretty reasonably, right, against the skeleton.
Hold the door.
Hold the door.
Hold door. Okay. Sorry. So, do we see? Essie had just.
Essie has
She had
run,
just opened a portal, right?
So she ran, she misty stepped, she ran, jumped, misty stepped to the far side, ran towards the portal, ducked out of the way, kind of planted her hand against the back wall, and is now standing there by the portal looking into it. Seleus, I believe at this point you are looking for a way to open that back door,
Yeah.
that secret door. Did you
But
roll
I
an
told
investigation check
everybody.
last time? Right.
I believe I did, but I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember either, so we're just going to pretend you didn't and have you roll
Oh,
again.
gosh.
So roll me an investigation check to see if we've got the door opening right away or if it's going to take you a couple rounds.
Oh, I can see my rolls, but I don't know what I'm rolling for.
An
that's
investigation
interesting.
check.
Yeah, it doesn't say. But I have some good rolls there. Okay. New Year's dice.
New year, new dice.
Get us out of here, Seleus.
Okay. Where's the door? Where's the door? Simplest investigation. What is it? I
don't
have
wanna leave
0.
this character.
Okay, 10.
10. Okay. You're looking around. But you haven't found the entrance yet.
There's something here.
You haven't found the key to open it yet. So, Kit and Zagrin, what are we doing?
I'm gonna just look over at Essie and. What do we do? And I'm looking between her and like the skeletons.
Okay.
She.
Essie,
So
you hear that voice, but that thing in front of you is
my
calling
full
you.
attention. How do I know? How do I know you're not lying to me? She's just like yelling into this void.
Do we hear that?
She's loud.
For sure.
How do I know I can save them?
Essie, can you hear me? And
The hand just reaches out. The hand just reaches out again, and you feel tendrils of shadow move out past the portal, and they touch you, Essie, and you get 2 levels of spell slots back, right? And you can feel the promise of power in this place. Like, just that brief contact has energized you and strengthened you. There is power on the far side of that portal.
It's not a guarantee. I need a guarantee. She's like, I'm obviously ignoring people, which is pretty different from her.
Kit and
normal.
Zagrin, you hear that and you see something strange happening with Essie. What are you two gonna do?
Have the disembodied voices ever given us what we've been promised? It's kind of been a running theme through our journey that the promise of power from some unknown source has just never worked out in our favor. Essie, we need to make a decision quickly.
Facts. Facts.
Essie, you get the impression that if you want to make an Arcana check, you could potentially try and use some of the power you're tapping through this portal to make an extraordinary effect right in this moment.
And do I think that would take me through it? Or just
No,
I'm
you think
utilizing
you think
it?
it's power you could use right now in this moment.
Of course I'm good. Oh, God. Yeah, of course. Elspeth Pie, guarantee of excellence. Oh, an Arcana check? 27.
You see those wraiths? You can see the fibers of shadow that bind them to this realm. You could undo those fibers in this moment and destroy those wraiths as they are coming now through the wall and moving to cut your friends off from you. And you can feel the words.
Do I get it?
This is my
God.
promise. This is my power. Take it, Elspeth. Join me.
Oh God. So is he still touching me?
You can feel the connection from the portal, but no, he hasn't reached out. You just see the figure in the portal.
Did we see the tendrils coming out of the portal? God. And Essie looks distracted. Is she looking into the portal?
She's
Big time.
gone and she's drawn something from the portal now and is turned back and is looking at those wraiths. You can see a shadowy aura around her.
I can do it. I can save Saul. It's power. It's the power we need.
Will it save Calamity?
I don't know. I think it might save us all. If I just had a little bit more of it.
Essie, that looks dangerous. You need to step away.
Looks powerful. I think I can save him.
You don't know what it is. You don't know what the consequences might be.
I know
The
enough.
skeletons are now at the door and they're about to get through. So is anyone physically blocking them?
With our negative strength.
I imagine those scenes where it's like they push you way far and then you have to go back.
I can try. Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna try and
Yeah,
hold
I'll
the door
help.
against the skeletons. So the two of
Yeah.
you are
You can
gonna
drink a potion.
line up and start fighting. So
Good.
let's get initiative from everybody, please. Love this job.
5.
Nice.
I got 20.
16.
I also got 20.
Dang, you guys are so dexterous. All this stuff.
Heck yeah, +5, baby.
That's already in the right order. Okay, so we find ourselves. Essie, you're standing there. You can feel this shadowy power from this realm. You can feel this offer. And as part of making good, this being from the far side has empowered you with magic that you can use in this moment to save your friends. But Seleus, you're up. You're searching, right? You're searching. You can make me another investigation check, but you haven't found the way to open this yet.
Okay. Oh, baby. That's a 19.
Okay, you've got it now. And on your next turn, you will be able to open it. But not
And-
until your next turn.
I'm gonna look around just to assess. Like,
You can
once I
see
found
you can
it,
see a bit of what's going on, but you have to stay focused on this if you want to do it next round. Otherwise, it will take you 2 rounds.
All right. Well, I'm gonna shout out and say, "Here!"
Great. Kit. The skeletons are there. They're in your face now. And you can see there's a bunch of them coming, and there's light behind them. There's something coming behind them as well. Something carrying lights. And you can hear some voices.
So I'm holding the door right now.
You're holding the door, and skeletons are rushing towards you. Right now, they're only going to be able to get at you one at a time.
If the door. So if I keep the door closed.
So, right, the door isn't closed. It is instead a doorway, and there are skeletons in it. So you're holding the open doorway, not a closed door.
Oh, I see. So I'm not actually physically holding the door. I'm just in the
Blocking it.
doorway.
Yeah.
Okay.
You and Zagran are keeping them
that
from getting
changes
past you.
things. Okay. Okay. I will. I will do. I'll do steady aim to give myself advantage, and I don't already have advantage, right?
No,
No.
you wouldn't.
Okay.
And if you're using a ranged attack, your steady aim will only give you a a regular attack because you attack with disadvantage because you're in melee combat.
Oh, well, I have my dagger. I can do it ranged or
Yep.
not. So I'll go ahead and do that to give myself advantage. And that's very good. That's like a 26 to hit.
That hits.
And all these dice. Okay, that's pretty good. That's 11 plus 4 is 15 plus 6 is 21.
1 damage. Yeah, you waste this thing, right? Like the skeleton goes busting apart as you easily knock it down. You have some room to move, although more of them are going to come through. if you
Can't
leave them opening.
move. I can't move when I do steady aim,
Oh, I see.
right?
Okay.
Because that
Yeah, but you
that
can't
takes in my-
you can't use steady aim on a ranged attack either,
Yes, you can.
or on a melee attack. I'm sorry, you can only use it on a ranged attack.
Oh, that's what you were saying. I'm in melee range.
Yes,
I can't.
But it's
Okay.
you can keep the
Yeah,
roll.
like-
We can just roll forward with it. But going forward,
There.
you're not
Okay,
gonna-
I got you. Sorry, I didn't understand that.
Okay.
Okay. So I got one.
You got one.
I can't
you
move.
destroyed it. No, you could move.
Well, I
if you
can move if I want to. Okay. But if I move, I'm not blocking the doorway anymore.
want. Correct. Yeah, they're gonna
So-
come pouring in.
I'm not gonna move. Not gonna move. But I have another dagger, so I can just make another. Is there another one there, or is it
One further back, which you can make a ranged attack at.
Well, I can't.
Oh.
I can't. Well, I could, but I would lose my dagger. My other dagger
Got it.
doesn't come back to me. Okay. Could I have done that the other way around?
Sure.
Or not?
Yes. Sure. No problem.
Okay. That doesn't hit any. Well, maybe it hits. Does a 12 hit?
It does. Yeah. These things
Oh.
are not very tough.
Okay, and then that is just 3
Okay.
damage.
Same thing. Your dagger takes it and blows it apart.
Okay, that was easy.
There are, however,
I-
a lot of these things.
I will just shout back. I'll say, they're not that hard to kill, but there's so many. And then I'm gonna stay there. I'm gonna stay blocking the door, just ready.
Okay. Okay. And that brings us to I know where the initiative is. That brings us to Essie. Essie. You can feel that power coursing through you, the promise of this figure made real in this moment. Those wraiths are beginning to move towards your friends. You could undo them.
Do I feel like in doing so I accept his offer?
You're not bound to anything. You're not bound to anything necessarily. That said, a bunch of this shadow stuff has just flown into you. You can already feel a coldness coming in,
Her hands are
deadening
shaking.
your emotions, right? And increasing that need for power and control that you have.
I think like before the deadening of emotions, there was probably like almost like streaks of maybe tears as she just goes, "What would you do, Mama?" And she like reaches up as if she's reaching for her cloak to tether her, and it's not there. What would you do? What would you do? What would you do? I gotta think. And she's just gonna like push the power out and try to like get it out of her, but like discharge it.
Like not use it?
To try to use whatever this energy is to help in some way to like see if I can push it out like a force and destroy the race.
You
Or
can.
if it
You
has-
can absolutely destroy the race. There are 2 of them, and you can
That would be great.
undo the fibers that bind them to this world.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll use it.
As you do it, you reach out your hand, and they just begin to come apart and fall back into that swamp of shadows, over that empty portion, and it feels right. You feel strong and capable, and you know more of that power is waiting for you on the far side of that rift. Join me. Come.
Can I do anything else this turn, or that's like it?
That's your action, but feel free to take a bonus action. Feel free to move. Like, say you want to step into the portal. No problem. That feels tempting for sure.
Oh,
Yeah, there'd be no problem if you just wanted
Be
to.
no problem. You could just step right through. This is why you don't give your DM 2 weeks off, everybody.
my mama said to never make deals with eldritch terrors.
But your mom isn't here, is she?
I'm smarter than this. I'm smarter than this. And she's gonna stay rooted. Like, she's 100% 50-50 at this point.
Great.
And that's it.
Great. Cool. Well, Zagrin and Kit, you see the race begin to fall apart, and the skeletons come rushing towards you. So first off, they're going to hit you, and they are going to try and push their way past you. So what I want from the 2 of you is an athletics check to keep them from shoving past you, and the 2 of you together against the combined weight of these skeletons.
0.
Right? Nice.
What did you roll, Josh?
A 2.
I rolled a nat 1.
Nice.
So
We're
that
strong.
is also a 0.
These skeletons come running in, and they knock you out of the way, like, 'cause just with the momentum of their charge, and 3 of them get past you, and one is able to hit you from the front, right? But they are now somewhat through. They are now somewhat through. One of them, the ones that got past, grabs each of you and tries to tackle you to the ground. So for each of you, I need an athletics or acrobatics to avoid being tackled to the ground.
I picture both of you up against the door, and like one skeleton just pushes it open. You guys like scrape along the ground.
I'm obviously going to roll acrobatics, and that's
He's-
a 28.
He's obviously a beefy skeleton, you know?
They both
With
grab
my-
onto
Thicker
you.
bones.
With my
Sorry, go
+5 in acrobatics, I got a 7.
Okay. It's a lucky night
Oh, no.
for Josh. Josh, you managed to avoid being pulled to the ground by this thing. Kit, this one just perfectly tangles up your legs, and manages to knock you over. You're going prone. You're going prone, and I know that seems messed up based on our rolls, but dice do what they do. And so, with that, they're gonna start stabbing. So 2 of them are gonna stab you, Josh, and 2 of them stab Kit. And they miss you, Josh, and they miss you, Kit. So they stab at you, but none of them are able to get you. They're carrying little rusty short swords and stabbing at you. One of them
They don't have any
breaks-
eyeballs.
They don't have
One of
any
them
eyeballs.
breaks its sword against the ground as it tries to get you, but you duck deftly out of the way, or you dodge, dip, whatever, out of the way, and that's
Yeek.
them. The race don't exist because Essie literally pulled them from the world. And
Thank you
Zagreus,
for that.
what do we want to do?
There's 3 skeletons sort of around. Are at least 2 of them within 5 feet of each other?
Yes, absolutely. There's, in
Okay.
fact, if you shoot down the hall, there's 3 of them packed down the hall, 4 that you might be able to reach with one beam if you were to blast.
I was talking about the ones like immediately around us. I want to cast Green Flame Blade, or I guess in this case, Green
Easy.
Flame Liramnor, and just try to like do a whirlwind and hit a couple of them.
Absolutely.
All right, so I'll make my melee attack here. Nat 1.
No.
My dice are still on holiday.
Come on.
Oh.
It feels like you did something to upset them, actually.
I think I might
Yeah.
have. I neglected them by not playing. I think.
If I could throw you my lucky dice through the computer screen, I would do that for you.
But with my bonus action, then, since that's a spell, I'll do just a regular melee attack.
Okay,
25.
that hits.
So at least 7 bludgeoning damage to one of them.
Yeah, it hits, and it works so well that you actually take 2 of them down with your Liramnor smash. You take 2 of them down, but there are still more. There are still more coming. So, top of the round, folks. It's been interesting. Seleus, hard at work, is on the cusp of opening this secret door. Kit and Zagrin, you are now surrounded by undead. Kit actually knocked to the ground as one of these things managed to luckily tangle up her legs. And Essie, you have now used the power that this shadowy figure has offered you. You can feel the promise of the power and knowledge that this creature offers right there at your fingertips. All you need to access it is step through this shadowy portal. And of course, the wraiths have been undone by Essie. And we go back with Seleus.
All right.
You can
pull
open the
this
door. Yeah. So you open
Yeah.
the door. There's a latch. You pull it out. The thing unlocks, and you now have the thing open. You can see through. There is a tunnel. Looks like crumbling stone and dirt. It's fairly wide. There's stairs going up, and you can see a number of slots in the wall for bodies. Looks like a bunch of dried up skeletons are stuck in the walls in here. But this is a tunnel that leads up and to somewhere else.
All right. I shout, I found a way out. And as I turn around and see everyone kind of surrounded by skeletons, I'm like, take out the staff, and I'm going to use a bonus action to step through the shadows right in between everybody. And do I get an action?
Yeah,
Or
absolutely.
is opening door my action?
It was an item interaction, so you're pretty free.
All right, so I'm standing above Kit, and I'm going to try and smash the skeleton's off her.
Okay, no problem.
All right, so just a first regular old attack. 16.
Hits.
Smash him in the face. I want to cave in this dried old skeleton's face. 13.
13 damage. Yeah, so you destroy both the skeletons remaining on the other side that are past Zagrin and Kit. And now there was only the skeletons down in the hall. There are at least 4 skeletons that you can see in the hall, and past them you can see feet. Like feet of a person, not of a skeleton.
Can I whip out my hand crossbow and twirl it once and shoot?
No, that's your item interaction.
Okay. All right, I help Kit up.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
have
we'll
another
get to
attack, but whatever.
You can help her up instead. No problem.
Yeah.
It's a grapple.
Yeah.
It is.
And I say, head toward the back of the portal. There's a way out. Hurry!
With that, Kit, what are we up to?
The way towards the back, though.
It's across the bone zone.
It's across the bone zone.
Correct. Yeah.
Is there any way to avoid that, like with parkour?
No. It's too wide, right? You're looking at 20 plus feet. Let's see. 25 feet across of this shadow fog.
Last session, Essie had promised that she could get you across.
Yeah, I mean, right at the end,
then-
you said that you could do that.
But then all this happened.
You're not
abandoned your
currently
friend.
helping us. I mean, you did. You did help, but does she still look distracted? Like, what is she doing?
I think so. You tell me.
She
Okay.
looks. You'd know her. She looks conflicted.
I'm just
She
gonna-
hasn't. She's rooted in this spot, like alternating between looking at you guys and looking at the portal at this moment.
I'm just gonna say to Essie, what do we do? You said you could get us across there, and are we leaving or what? And I'm not gonna run across the bone zone because that seems like a bad idea. So there's more skeletons, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just attack. Are they within melee or not?
Yeah. One of
Okay.
them's already at the door.
Would I get advantage because my allies within?
No, but you'll get a sneak attack.
Okay. Oh, that's good. I mean, it hits. I'm sure it's 19 plus lots of things.
That hits, yeah.
Okay. Very mediocre rolls, but 10 plus, so 16.
You destroy
Damage.
the skeleton.
Okay. I'll just attack the next one with my other short sword. That's a 12 hits, right?
So you step into the hall a little bit and go for the next one.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
12 hits, right?
12 hits.
Okay. And then that's 3 again.
You destroy it.
Okay.
Now that you've stepped into the hall, you see feet of a humanoid figure, and in fact, you're pretty sure that this is a halfling-sized figure.
Oh no.
And you can see some magical energy
Oh my
floating
God.
around their fine clothing.
Okay. I'm gonna use my bonus action to
Bonus
disengage.
action.
My
Uh-huh.
bonus action. Disengage and turn back and like get out of I want to get out of like as far away as possible from the approaching halfling feet.
Okay, so here's what you can do. Based on where you are, you can go further away from the portal and have your back up against the wall so that whoever it is wouldn't be able to see you. You can go all the way across the room, although you might be visible to anyone that stepped into that hallway. Or, of course, you can go into the bone zone and
No.
dart right across that. No?
No,
No,
I'm not
not
gonna go into
interested?
the bone zone.
Not interested in the shadow fog and the bones? I
No,
don't know why.
not yet. I'm gonna do.
Don't want to go into the
one.
portal. Don't want to go into the shadowy mist, shadow fog.
Nah. I'm gonna do option 1. So I'm gonna go like up against the wall, flatten myself against the wall, and yeah, hope that Essie does. I'm just looking right at Essie, like trying to like get her attention. Like, hey, that's it.
Essie, you have spell slots for days if you hang out here. You have spell slots for days if you hang out here, as long as you're near the portal. And in fact, the closer you go, the stronger you can feel your magic become.
Oh, stop it, Jason. She's gonna. Okay, so he's like dampening her emotions, and it's all about like a logical mind and power. She's gonna actually she's gonna be staring intently at Kit. You're right. Maybe I could save him. But a pack doesn't ride on coattails, and we don't take shortcuts. We pave the way ourselves. And then she's gonna lift up her gun, happy ending, her musket, and there's this energy that she's gonna chamber in, and she's pointing it at you, Kit. She's gonna say, "Don't run away." And she's gonna, the same energy that flew out when she rescued Zagrin just erupts from her musket, and a portal opens right in front of you. And then she's just gonna turn to the side, closer to the door, and shoot another portal. And I'm gonna do Vortex Warp.
Okay.
So if you don't fight it, it will take you to my side. Because
Who
it'll
is
like
the
start
you
sucking
in this
you
case?
in. Kit.
Only Kit?
It can only do one person.
Okay. It
Yeah,
doesn't cost you any spell slots to do it as you channel the power of the Shadowfell.
God, he's like sweetening the pot.
Yeah, I don't fight it. I just kind of close my eyes and
You appear like
I
on,
appear on the other side.
like it's almost like you step into and then step out of the portal.
I look at Essie and nod.
I don't know if we're gonna survive this. I say, and then I'm just, that's it. That's all I can do.
Great. Absolutely great. The skeletons come charging out. The skeletons come charging out at you, Zagrin. And one of them comes up to you and takes a swing at you. And as it does, it falls on its way over to you and just stumbles on its knees. And you're able to easily avoid its blow. As that happens, you see this small halfling figure that looks like none other than Ileana Swiftfoot, the Cerberus mage that y'all saw at the party. And she steps down. She's got this magical energy glowing around her. She makes eye contact with you and Seleus, and just turns and begins forming magical energy in her hands. And a bolt of
Counter
lightning.
spell.
Nice. A bolt of lightning fails to shoot out at you. And as the effect fizzles, you see a look cross her face as she ducks down and to the side, and more figures begin coming. Another humanoid figure passes her, also in the same sort of Cerberus garb, the same magical effect floating around them. They look out, and they also begin casting a spell.
Zagrin does like the similar motion when he does like Lyrimnor, but like in the opposite direction, and grabs that spell as well. I'm gonna counterspell that one too. Oh, I only have one
do
reaction.
one reaction. Yeah.
Reaction, right.
That would be good.
Yeah.
That would be good, especially considering as they're doing this now, instead you see this little ball of fire forming in their hands, and then an explosion lights up behind you folks. I need you and Seleus to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
13.
I'm going to use my reaction to, I'm going to
20.
say, come on, Zagrin, you can do better than that. And I'm going to give my flash of genius to do a +5 to Zagrin's dexterity roll.
Okay, so what is this? 18 and?
20.
18 and 20. Okay. You each take 20 fire damage, and you feel this blast of fire try and knock you over, but you both keep your feet. And
Hold on.
the skeletons, however, are totally destroyed.
Evasion.
Right? Yeah, use it. Use your reaction
No, I
also.
just
no
have it.
reactions left. Yeah.
It's not anything. It's when I succeed on a dex saving throw
You
against
should be able to use your reaction to not take any damage.
half damage. Instead, you take no damage. There's no bonus action or
Zagrean.
anything.
You're up.
Ooh, decisions. How far am I from the figure that just cast, and how many skeletons are in the way, like between us?
10 feet, no skeletons left. They got blown up.
Okay. I will. That's hurt, and I will launch a couple Eldritch Blasts at him.
Okay.
First beam, 22.
Yeah, that hits.
13 force damage. Second beam, 24.
Yes.
For another 6 force damage.
Those both hits. Those both hit. Sorry. So how much was that total?
It was 19 total.
19 total. Great.
And with my movement, I want to get out of the hallway, and I'm going to move, like, not crossing the bone zone, but get towards it, just towards their direction, but not actually stepping into it.
You could step into it a little bit on the stairs, like just where it's touching your ankles, and then you could be up against the wall and not visible to anyone coming down that hallway.
Yeah, I don't need those ankles. Let's dip them in the.
Yeah. All right. So as your feet step in a little bit, you can feel a chill kind of resonate through you and deaden you a little bit, deaden your emotional profile. But otherwise, you're fine. Top of the round, we come back. This has been an interesting one. It looks like some mages were coming down behind the skeleton, and they have started to throw their weight around. Zagrean deftly counterattacked, blasted them back. Kit, got got a number of the skeletons, and then was pulled across by Essie. And Seleus. Seleus has helped clear out the skeleton horde that came through. And we go again with Seleus standing there, looking down the barrel of these two magi, and it looks like there might be another on the stairs.
I'm going to kind of look up at them and then wave my hand and cast darkness on that entire area,
Nice.
starting from me all the way, encompassing the doorway and a bit of the stairs. So hopefully the guy falls down the stairs a little bit. Then, how close is Zagrean to? Did he start running? Did you start running, Jason?
He doesn't start running. He's right there on the stairs by you.
Okay. I'm going to use my bonus action to head across. I'm going to shadow step.
Okay.
And then show up by the door. And start waving people in
Okay. Awesome.
while concentrating on the darkness.
Awesome. Kit, you're up.
So the baddies are in darkness.
That whole area has been consumed by darkness. Yep.
I can't see any of them. I look over at Essie. I'm not going through until you come.
Can I reply, or do I have to wait?
Sure.
I mean, what are you doing? Like, are you looking at me? Are you still distracted?
Zagrean can't get across, right? Like, he needs help to get across, or is he there
You've
with
seen
us?
Zagrean not touch the ground before.
True, but he hasn't done it yet. I'm wondering why. Just go. Get safe. It's gonna be all right.
I'm not gonna go anywhere. I'm just gonna stand there and I'll just hold my action with my dagger in case anybody comes out of the darkness.
Okay, you're gonna throw a dagger at anyone that comes out of the darkness.
Mm.
Got it. Okay. And with that, we're on to Essie.
Shit. Okay. It all comes down to this. She looks at Kit and looks at Zagrin and looks at Soleus and then looks back at that figure.
The figure beckoning you into the darkness.
He made one
You know
miscalculation.
that on the far side of that portal are the answers you seek. And you know that that power that you felt here is just the tiniest taste of what's available to you on the far side.
You made a miscalculation. A pack doesn't follow. We lead. And then I'll just run towards my friends. I'll run towards Soleus.
Okay.
Follow
Are
me.
you going through the thing? Stepping into that tunnel?
Yes. Yes, I'll step into the tunnel. I'll step into the tunnel.
Okay.
God,
You step into the tunnel here. You can see the crumbling, weakened stone interspersed with dirt. There is little fragments of rock and dirt on the ground, so the ground isn't super steady. Ahead of you, not far, you see a worn-out old staircase that leads up.
Good to have you back, Miss Pike.
I think I just made a very big mistake. But it's too late now. I'll race up. So you said it was up?
Small staircase up. Yeah, looks like it goes up about 4 feet. It's not that high.
I'll start racing up it.
All right, you race as far as you can up the tunnel, and you see not 15 feet ahead of you an old stone door blocking the way. It looks
Can I
like
get
it's in
to it?
better shape than the rest of it. You're gonna have to try, but you're gonna have to give it a shot, and you're not getting to it this round. You've gone as
Can
far
I-
as you're going.
Is it a wooden door?
At stone.
Stone door. All right. Well, then my burning wouldn't do anything. All right. We got another door. And then that's it.
All right. You hear some commotion in the darkness. While your DM looks up something really quick. Remember how something works.
Falling down the stairs stats?
Great. There is a what level is darkness? What level spell?
It's a level.
Second. Yeah, great. So the darkness dissipates. And you see Ileana step through to the far side. Kit, you were ready to throw your dagger on this particular condition. And you're going to roll with disadvantage because it is out of your range. It's out of the normal range, within the long range for your dagger shot.
Okay. That was a natural 20 and a 7. What's my bonus again?
It's so insulting when you roll a natural 20 at disadvantage. Like, of all the times, come on.
I
That's the
know.
time.
15 to hit. Probably doesn't hit.
15. You see her.
Very good.
You see her raise her hand and make a magical shield that deflects your dagger, that was on its way to her. And she stands there, makes room, and then behind her, you see that. Well, I guess you didn't see the wizard before, but Zagrin, you see him, and now Ileana's like right in your face. By the way, she's like right there by the door. Right there by the door. Another wizard walks through. And what are they gonna do? Yeah, they begin casting another spell. Like right at your chest, Zagrin, and you can tell like it's gonna go through you and to your friends behind you. Again, it looks like they're beginning to collect lightning in their hands as they cast.
But I don't know that I can. I haven't got my reaction back yet.
Yes.
right? Because I haven't started my next turn.
No, you acted after you
I did that. Okay, I couldn't remember the order of operations there. Okay,
you
so
stopped them, then you acted to do that.
Unfortunately, so now I have one spell slot left, and I was saving it to get across the bone zone. So I
Okay,
will.
just handle whatever this is. Sure, it's not
Yeah,
a
I
big
think
deal.
I'm just gonna eat it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
This lightning bolt blasts out. A bolt of lightning blasts out. I need Zagrin, Kit, and Seleus all to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
14.
14. Great.
21.
21 as well.
Hey.
And we both have evasion, right?
Yeah, and evasion does not take a bonus action.
Does not.
Or a
That
reaction.
doesn't take
Yeah.
anything.
Or a reaction, sorry. No actions needed.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah, evasion crew.
What do we get? Sorry, 14s? 14 and then what?
21.
14, 21, 10, 22, 34. So for everyone that got... Yeah, everyone that got over a 15. What did I just say? It was 10... 16,
34, I think I said.
or 10, 22... No, it's 28. It's 28. For everyone that
That's
got
better.
over a 15, you take 28 lightning damage halved, and of course, you filthy rogues and shadow
Take
monks
0.
take no damage.
Nada.
For those of you that failed, you take 28 lightning damage
Oh,
as this
no.
lightning bolt takes you full into the chest.
Clow.
I thought the 28 was already halved, and I was gonna lose it. Okay, that's better.
Yeah.
Zagrin,
No, that was the fireball.
Zagrin's hair is like all singed from the energy that went through, and just he's bleeding. He's looking rough.
And
He
puffy.
is- yeah, and puffy.
Okay. Okay, guys. And no one else steps through the doorway. No one else steps through the doorway.
Those jokes.
Dagrin, you're up.
And how close is the wizard to me?
In your face.
Or how close are both?
Right,
Both of them
they're
are
both
in my face.
right in front of you. Yeah.
Perfect. I will thunder step across the bone zone there.
Nice.
So they need to make a con save DC 16.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
You see Ileana get blasted back and knocked into the far wall, where the other one drops down and makes a little magical shield in front of him and seems to withstand the worst of it.
Okay, 13 and half on a save.
Great.
Can you reaction counterspell his shield?
It could, I guess, but that was my last spell slot, was to do the thunder step.
Right.
Yeah, so then and then I moved 90 feet, or as far as I can see anyway.
You can get to
towards-
the entrance, yeah, or into
Perfect.
the tunnel a little bit.
Yep. So I'll get as far as I can, and then use my movement to just keep heading towards the stairway.
You run up the tunnel, and you soon find yourself at the same door that Essie was at. There's a stone door in front of you.
One of your friends is right on our tail. We might want to move quickly.
She's not my friend.
Okay, Seleus. So last round, more excitement, folks. There's some spellcasters hot on your tail, and they've been using their magic to do their best. Luckily, you and Kit are so fast and so effective, you've avoided the worst of another one of these blasts. But there's still more coming. What do you want to do? Unmute, I'm hoping. Your stealth roll was too high.
Yes. Okay, Seleus is going to see that. Okay, Zagrin's in. Kit's on her way.
Kit's on her way.
You're going to see Seleus kind of like centers himself. He like pulls it in, and he's just gonna slowly open his eyes and stare at the two wizards, and they're gonna hear, and it's gonna get quiet all around them.
Nice.
And you probably hear it too, Kit. Just like nothing, and cast silence on the one that's closest to Kit, I guess. So it's centered on them.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
You're putting it on the ground near them, or you're putting it on one of them?
on one of them, like their belt buckle or something.
Yeah, got it. Got it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna like calmly wait for Kit to get in there. And can I do something like hold an action to close the door when Kit passes it or something?
Y'all can egress the room and close the door. If y'all want to do that, we can do that and drop out of combat right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would be running towards that where everybody else is, the other big stone door.
Okay. So we'll drop out of combat. So y'all get through the secret door. Solace, you close it behind you and latch it. If you want to spend a turn here, or if you want to spend some time, you can try and bar the door and see if there's anything you can do to lock it, and I'll let you roll an investigation check to do that. Or Kit, you could do that, right? If you want to use your thieves' tools, that would likely be slightly more effective.
Wait, is it locked? Like we can't open it?
No. So again, the secret door that you came through, not the far door.
Oh, I see. Sure. I'll try
Okay,
that.
so you're gonna stay there and try and. Will the two of you stay there and try and block this door?
I will, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I can do it with our combined strength of 0.
Well, I'll try to relock it or like
Yeah.
If you
resecure
can
it.
see if you can block the mechanism in some way. So I'll let you make a thieves check rule with advantage with Solace helping you. At the same time, Zagrin and Essie, you're at the far door. Y'all want to try and open it?
Zagrin chugs his potion of superior healing.
I will try to open it.
Okay. It opens. It isn't locked in any way.
Phew, probably should have looked for anything trapped, but that's okay. I'm not a rogue. I don't know those things. I mean, I do, but I'm a little stressed right now. All right,
I
I'll
have a
open the
strange
door.
moment for you.
I rolled a 29.
Great. Yeah, you're able to muck up the mechanism so that it won't work anymore from the far side, or it won't work
With the knife?
period.
Nice.
Yeah, you lose one of your extra daggers, but you can keep the mechanism from opening normally. Someone's gonna have to bust this thing down.
Cool.
Those mages, not likely.
Not
Bunch
when
of
they can't
weaklings.
cast auditory spells.
Not that we're much better.
I was gonna say the entire dungeon has 6 strength between everything in it.
Those stone cyclopses.
My negatives help bring those down. Don't worry. I counted them.
Same.
Oh, you're averaging it out. Got it.
Yeah.
Um,
We,
got it.
at least Dagrid and I can bring it down by what, 3? Yeah.
With that, folks, you now find yourselves in this strange area of the system. Right, the walls are riddled with these little slots in which you see dried up old bones. Many of them seem empty of their inhabitants, but many of them are in there. Right, the whole thing is crumbling. As you go to the far side of that door, you see there is another. The tunnel splits in 2 directions. It goes both left and right. To the left, there are stairs that go up into a relatively large chamber. It looks like 15 by 10 sort of chamber. To the right, you see it go forward and runs into another stone door.
Stone door? Or we could... I'll go to the stone door.
Right. You go through and you follow it to the stone door. Do you want to try and open it again? It looks very similar to the one you saw before. Here, now as you get to it, you see the wall that it runs into is a much higher quality than what you've been seeing in here. Less roughly carved and more worked stone.
Kit, if you're around, I think you might be up.
What? Open the door?
Well, I don't know, do your thing. You seem to be good against doors.
Okay, I'll check and see if I can unlock it.
Or find traps, maybe? There's no locking mechanism that you can see.
Oh, no locking mechanism. Okay, well, it's a 15 plus, what's my... 26.
And you are looking for traps, is that right?
Yeah, I'll look for traps. If it's not locked, I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you were asking me to do, Essie.
You're really good at spotting things, and I'm sure I could spot things, but you're way better at it, so let's not mess around.
Okay, yeah, I'll look for traps and just check the door in general. Is it similar, like, to the other ones that we've gone through?
No, to the other one in this section. It is not similar to the ones in the rest of the place.
Okay.
It looks like it's a whole different building style. Looks like it's a whole different building style. Much rougher in the way it's made than the other stone, and almost like it's older. Like this is an older section of this system. Are you opening the door? There's no traps that you can see.
No traps.
Wait a second. I'll give her the Elsa Pack Guarantee of Excellence.
Well, the door is not locked, right?
Right.
Just for whatever happens.
I'll peek.
you know?
I'll push it open and look through.
Yeah, it's heavy, and you push it open, and as you do, you can see dust swirling from where it's been disturbed. This area has not been used in a long time. That said, as you open it, you see this dome ceiling, probably about 8 feet high. So it's not very high in here at all. But this main chamber has a dome ceiling, and beyond it, there is a second domed room. Right, neither room very big. You can see to the left and to the right as you walk in, kind of polished stone floor, but still somewhat rough, as if it was polished by very simple hand tools. And there are little benches at either side of this first room. Into the next room, you see rows of 3 pews on either side, pointing towards this central altar. And the central altar, you can see this stone altar, but it has something slowly pulsing on the altar. Tendrils of flesh have wrapped around. It's almost like it's flesh and bark, like from a plant, have wrapped around this altar and are cracking the stone at the base of the altar. Some figure is laying on this altar, and the whole thing is pulsing a little bit. And there is no light in here.
Tendrils of flesh.
Flesh and bark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I took us through the right door.
What about the other door?
I'm gonna slowly back up again, close the door quietly.
Yeah.
There's a creature in there. It's quite large and it has tendrils and it looks like I don't know. I don't think we should go in there if we don't have to.
Try the other door.
That's it?
It was a pulsing mass, crushing stone.
Like the other things we were seeing above ground? Those altars?
Did it look like that? No, I don't think I've seen anything like this before.
This area is a distinctly different architecture from the rest of the complex.
And you said it looked older from the rest of the complex?
Significantly older. In fact, Essie, you're sure this area must predate the rest of it.
It was built on the ruins of this old place.
I feel like Listen, I know whatever's in there is probably scary if it's pulsing and got tentacles and all that good stuff. But this area is likely the original area that they built the rest of the compound around. Whatever's in there is important. Important enough for them to build all of this around it. Whatever's at the heart of whatever this is might be in there.
Is it important for us?
Is it evidence?
Well, we have to find something, or else what are we doing here?
Are you saying you want to go in there?
If it's not something you've seen before, then yes, I would love to catalog it.
Well, we
And
might
I
have
already
to fight
left.
it as well.
I already left something behind that I am regretting, because I think it might have saved us all.
I'll just turn to Zagran and say, remind me not to tell her about any future scary creatures.
Yes, I think the standard response is mundane and boring when you see something that we shouldn't head towards.
I'm right here. I'm right here. All right. I'm just saying that whatever, this is the heart.
I'll just look at the others. Are we doing this?
I think we have few options at this point. I know I don't want to head back towards there. And one way or another, we're going to need something to save Calamity. If it's important and powerful, I think it could be useful.
I passed another door on the way here.
Do we want to backtrack? Also, are our friends gonna... Friends, they're not our friends. We hate those wizards. Are they gonna be getting to us in like, 30 seconds or less?
Approximately. So quickly, door number 1 gestures towards that door. Or door number 2, the door back down the hallway.
All right, let's just go.
All right, but we have to understand, if those mages behind us, we don't want to be pinched in between them.
We
So
won't
do
be.
we have to take care of the mages first and then come back here?
Not if the other way leads out.
But we haven't accomplished anything. Literally nothing.
We found that they have a portal to the Shadow Realm in the basement of their
We haven't
complex.
found anything to help Calamity.
the dark crystal shard.
We have something.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was Taya. That wasn't Essie. Essie would have remembered that. Taya, however, it's been a while.
Mike, you're risking negative inspiration by not doing the follow-up on Dark Crystal Shard, just as a heads up.
Well, I was holding off on it.
All right, well, do I think that's enough to help Calamity? The Dark Crystal Shard?
It's a powerful reservoir of magic, right? One thing you can tell now that you've been exposed to whatever the energies were from that rift, that this is a similar magical energy, and you would have an easier time tapping into it now that you've had that experience with the figure in the portal. And you feel like the more you interact with this magic, the easier it will be to tap going forward. There's probably no risk of that.
All right, we got to make a decision. She'll look at Kit, and then Celius and Zagran.
Other
I
door?
suppose we should keep moving.
So you're going the other way?
The other door. Yeah.
You head the other way, up another
Can I
set of
just-
stairs. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, at least just
Before they leave, can I crack the door open again and take a peek?
Sure.
Just quietly.
Yeah, you see the same thing I described to Kit. There is clearly an older, rougher stone architecture. There are decrepit and decaying wooden pews, and there is this far altar. The style, right? Let's give me a history check.
Elspeth Pike, guarantee of excellence. Come on, lucky dice. Is that a 13? 13. 25 total.
Yeah, so the style of the things in here make you think of the very ancient cults that revolved around the worship of the primordial forces of the world. Like worship of the pre-gods.
Oh, this is totally illegal in the Empire.
Oh yeah, super illegal for sure. But
Could
it's
I-
also like very old.
Get a rubbing.
Yeah,
They're grandfathered in.
I
It's okay.
I want it. Close the door. Oh, I want to go in. I'll follow the group. I want to go in there.
As we head the other way, and we find ourselves in this. You go up the stairs and you see this little chamber. You see a section of the wall that looks more like the standard wall of that dungeon that y'all were in, and it looks like there's a door that passes through, but it's barred on this side. So you could lift up the bar and open this door into some other section of the dungeon.
Barred on this side, keeping
Yeah.
something out.
That's correct.
The other door sounds better.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
the other door sounds better.
Is the architecture here as well still old? Or
It
is
is.
it like
It is that
more
crumbling
modern?
stone. It is that crumbling stone of the tunnel system.
Okay, so not like the ancient
the wall that it's
one.
touching, where you have the door, that is this normal dungeon wall that you had in the rest of this complex. So basically, you entered into a tunnel area. When you left that altar room, that void room, you entered into this tunnel system. And the tunnel system was this kind of decaying old stone. Right? This decaying old stone with slots in the wall where dried up old bodies have been kept. You had that little temple room on the far side with that nice looking pulsing thing wrapped around the altar. And you're in a room, but it is that tunnel system touching up against the wall of the old dungeon, or the now relatively modern dungeon, but old to you.
Right.
Maybe just a peek.
I mean, I'm all for it. Let's peek. Yeah, absolutely. Rubbins even? I'm all for it.
Rubbins.
I'll just slide him a piece of parchment paper as he opens the door. If you see anything.
As you lift the bar out of the way and pull the door open, this was really relatively cleverly made, and it pulls open into this area, and you can see that you're looking at a large rectangular room. Looks like it's almost 100 feet long and about 15 feet wide. There's 4 pillars through this room. It's lit with these mage lights like you saw in that first room that you came in. And it is stuffed with boxes. Like there's boxes all over the place. All kinds of boxes. And you don't see anyone as you look in.
What's in there?
Oh no, don't.
Listen, I already
Mundane and boring.
said
Remember,
no
mundane and
to
boring.
one really juicy thing, all right? I'm not saying no to 2. What's in there, Zelias?
It looks like it heads back into the dungeon complex that you were in.
I'm gonna flare up my eye.
Quick question: do we have that stone on us?
Yeah,
We do.
I
yeah.
do. I have it.
Which
That hasn't left our
stone?
person.
We're gathering stones. The crystal stone or the
Be
one that
specific.
dampens everything?
The
Yeah, the
dampening
dampening.
stone.
I guess both. All of the above.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast detect magic
Who is carrying the stone?
That's Kit.
Me.
Quick reminder, that stone is a divination void. No divination effects can originate in that space or look into that space. It's a total dead zone.
Is my detect magic a divination? No.
It is, yes. So your detect magic won't work if you're within 10 feet of Kit.
Oh, Kit, you want to stand back about 10 feet, please?
Okay, I'll step back.
All right, you take your
I will
one hit
pull
point of
Essie with
damage.
me.
Okay.
No, I'm planting my feet. I want to know what's in there. Stop it. Stop it. We're just so weak. Stop.
Yeah.
Celeste, you feel a twinge as a little bit of blood goes rolling down your face.
Yeah,
You take
I
one
wipe
hit
it.
point of damage.
I'm used to it now.
Looking in, the only thing that's magic are the lights in here. Oh wait, no, sorry, the boxes. Many of the boxes have magical things in them.
Yeah, you're gonna hear Slays go.
Even Jason is on the like everything is mundane.
It looks like a storage room.
Like good storage? It's mages. Of course it's good storage.
Yeah,
They got their magical undies in there or what?
it would appear so.
Perfect. I was in the need for magical undies. Let's go. Come on.
But
What about the mages on our tail?
What about
they
them?
must have an alarm system in here.
we
This
can't
is where
go
they
in there.
store all their stuff.
Do you see anything? Aren't you doing that?
All the boxes are radiating magic.
Not all of them, but there's a number of them.
I mean, yes,
Like the magic in them or the boxes are magic?
in them.
Well, then the boxes are fine. They shouldn't have any. If they're spelled, then the boxes would be lighting up too.
No, but they're watching this room, Essie.
Well, then I'm going to be visible. There's a lot of ways around this, Celeste. You're not talking me out of it.
Problem solved.
Do you want to fight an eldritch horror or a room full of magical boxes?
I don't really want to fight the boxes, but if I need to fight the boxes to get what's in the boxes, I'll do it.
So we're heading forward?
Are we hoping to get out of this alive?
Yes,
Think
That
we
would
need
be
to
my vote.
Focus on leaving. We
we're
have what we
focused
came
on
for.
leaving.
Well, the choices are back through the mages, the eldritch horror, or the magical boxes. I'm gonna try to be shuffling past people.
Yeah, I
I'll
just
just-
opened the door for.
Just
Y'all
hang
move
my
into
head.
y'all move into the storage room. You can see up and to the left, about 15 feet up, there's a balcony that overlooks the room. There's a balcony that overlooks the room. In the center on the right-hand side, there is a door, one of these more classic dungeon doors that leads to something. And
Could I have gone invisible before I went in there?
Sure.
I
No
did
problem.
say that I was. Yeah.
No problem. No problem. And
Are you going in there first?
And as
I
you
guess
step
so.
into the room, you find a break, and we'll be back in 10 minutes, folks.
Oh.
So
Nice.
give us 5-10 minutes. We're gonna take a quick break. Do all the good stuff that we do in between talking to y'all on Saturdays, and we'll be back. Can't wait to see you in a minute.
Nice.
Okay, and we should be back. We're gonna pause the spooky music for a quick sec. And hello, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for hanging out through the break. You are watching episode 33 of Heroes Die Show, Into the Fire. Our heroes have, in general, they're up in the city of Icehaven, and they are trying to get some stuff done before they leave for Islecross, leave the continent of Wildmount to continue their adventure with both Essie, Zagrin and Essie having their own motivations to go up to Islecross. Zagrin because he's on a holy mission, Essie because she hopes to make her name and her own fame separate from her famous family. In this episode, our heroes have managed to extricate themselves from the void room here in the dungeon, which is less gross than it sounds, and have found their way into a deeper, older part of this dungeon underneath the city. They have just decided to go back into the dungeon. They found a secret path into the storage room in this dungeon, and are beginning to look through. That sound about right? All right, let's drop a couple thank yous. One, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you cast and crew, and thank you to the folks at Tabletop Audio who make the super cool music that we get to play and make part of this. Oh, and I can unmute the players too, so people can hear you all. Whatever. We'll just do all the things. As the DM, I feel I'm the most important.
You have too much power, Jason.
Way
Too
too
much
much.
power.
Yeah, fair. That makes sense. Okay, so we're going to hop right back into the action as you begin to explore this storage room.
I'm gonna walk up towards the boxes. Is there anyone? There's nobody on the platform, right?
You look up. That was harder than I thought. You look up towards. See, every now and again, stuff decides to humble you, and just live with that. As you look up towards the balcony, you peer into the darkness and you try and see what's up there. Roll me a perception check.
Not so good at these. I'll use my lucky dice. 9.
You don't see anything, but there could that have been maybe some movement? Hard to tell.
I tiptoe over to one of the boxes. Watch me get the one mundane box because I don't have. I'm gonna just start very gently trying to open the box.
As you get in, you actually, Kit and Seleus, these boxes look familiar. You remember the boxes that you saw in the warehouse that you busted into. These are those very same style boxes. Some of them even with those markings being stored down here. You open it up and in each one there's a bunch of hay or straw and some artifacts mixed in. It looks like there's probably 30 boxes of various artifacts in here.
I'll just start taking artifacts and shoving them into the bag of holding.
Just any old thing?
Literally any. I don't know at this point what's magical and not, so I'm just gently. I'm like gently, quietly, and then trying to get as many
so
as
you're
possible.
beginning to just loot, effectively. Okay.
While
So-
invisible? Are you invisible and looting? Okay, and the rest of us are like kind of still like by the door, watching all these items just go, the lid fly off, and
Oh, it's gentle.
I'm like, oh Jesus.
Okay. Everybody else, what are we up to? And Essie, I take it you're going to loot until you've filled up your bag,
Yes, sir.
unless something stops you.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna remain kind of as much in shadow as I possibly can. Make my way over to the door.
Yeah. Got
So
it.
stealthily make my way over to the door.
Yeah, there's a closed stone door. Roll me a stealth check, please.
Yes, please. Yes, sir. My speciality. Oh my goodness, that's a 17 plus 8. 26.
Okay, you explode. No, everything's fine.
I just
everything's fine.
glide over.
Sneak over to the door. Zagrin and Kit, anything in particular?
Zagrin will go up to one of the boxes and look inside. He's like looking around, but not being particularly stealthy, not noisy, but just casually. What's in here?
Yeah, great.
Kit is like not looking in the boxes. She's just looking everywhere and kind of slinking around and just keeping an eye on, like, one eye on Essie, but like also just like watching.
You could, if you wanted, pretty easily get some height and grab onto that balcony and look up on the balcony level, if you like.
Sure, yeah, I would do that.
So you
Don't need to roll anything, or
now you jump up, you grab onto the balcony, and you look up there, and there is this big room, like really, really big room. A couple things of note on the floor. There is a series of lights surrounding this well-made circle that seems to be inscribed into the ground, probably about 10 to 15 feet across. In addition to that, there are like 10 really heavy, loaded bookshelves up here. This is a library of some kind with a circle worked into the floor. But you
So
don't
nothing.
see
So you
anyone
see
up there.
nothing.
I am just gonna pause for a second, and I don't see anyone, but I'm just gonna like pause, kind of crouch down, like listening for things before I move.
Roll me a perception check.
Listen for the sound of books as you get them off the shelf and put them into your bag.
Perception. Let me just double check that. I think it's okay. That's a 16.
So, listening, you hear this room. It looks like it's hard to see. You can't see all the way to the end. Your dark vision just doesn't go that far, and there isn't that much lighting at the end. But it looks like there might be an opening on the far side of the room, and you hear voices from further away. You hear voices from further away, as if someone is giving orders. You can't quite make out what they're saying.
Okay. I am going to immediately go hop down. Silently, of course, and then I am gonna go over to. I know Essie's not gonna listen to me, so I'm gonna go over to Zagrin and Seleus and quietly just tell them. I looked up on the balcony, and I'm gonna lower my voice even more. There's a huge library, but that's kind of irrelevant right now because there's voices, and it sounds like they're giving orders. I think they're onto us, and we need to get out of here immediately.
Yes, perhaps heading back into the same architecture we just left some angry mages in was not the best idea. Maybe we should try the Eldritch Horror instead.
There's a door here.
Yeah, Seleus, did you want to check that door?
Yeah. Checking for
Like,
traps.
you're gonna check it for traps. Roll me an investigation, please.
Okay, what was up there?
Zagrin cuts in. Voices, Essie. There were voices up there.
18.
Like in her
18.
head? Or...
You don't
Personal
see any
clothes.
sign that it is trapped.
Is it locked?
No.
Can I crack it open a little bit and peek in?
Yeah, crack it open. It's a hallway, and it leads down.
We like
Down.
peeking through doors.
Was there any
Yeah.
correspondence, any letters, anything we could use as proof? Any tomes?
It goes-
anything?
It goes straight, left, and down.
Left, down.
We
Okay.
need to get out of here. Like, whichever way we're gonna go, we need to do it quickly. We have
Is
no
it-
time.
There's a hallway here. It goes down, unfortunately.
There wasn't a desk? Nothing? with letters?
There's no time.
There were no
to-
letters, Essie. There were angry people. If we were going to go that way, then the proof we'll bring them is the body of every single Cerberus assembly that we've just assassinated.
We need to be finding proof. There was nothing up there that could have been proof.
Angry voices, Essie. Angry voices.
I could record
Grab
it.
what you can from the boxes, okay? Just let's go.
I want a book. All right.
If a
No
kit
letters?
moves, if Kit
not a
moves 10
single
feet,
letter?
if Kit moves 10 feet from me, can I make one little pass, one little like glance across the boxes to see which one might have a magical aura and kind of like point it out to Essie? That one.
Yeah, Essie's been. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna assume that Essie collected an amount of treasure, and the longer y'all stay in there collecting treasure, the more you'll have. The less time.
Zagrin
the
was
less.
also not as urgently, but he probably grabbed something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So y'all got some treasure out of this room. What it is and how much you grab the stuff that looks valuable. Don't grab the stuff that doesn't, kind of deal. And
Okay. All right.
Oh, that one. I think
Quickly.
I think it's just a cactus.
A magical cactus.
and then just for
What do you need it
reference,
for?
when Kit comes within 10 feet of you, if you're concentrating on something, you lose it,
Goes-
and you have to recast the spell.
Oh, it counters it. It doesn't
gone.
just
It dies.
All
the
right.
magic dies.
the magic dies. All right. So I guess just to compensate for that, I'll take another searing point of eyeball damage. Zing.
Did you
And-
hear?
I'm gonna kill
Oh,
someone
I'm
with
so sorry.
eyeball damage, and I'm excited about that.
Yeah, eventually. All right. We've overstayed our welcome. Let's go.
Did you hear what those voices were saying? If we can get some sort of idea, I'm gonna move up there. Is there a stairway?
There's
No
no
stairway.
stairway. I'm gonna grab your arm.
I'm
I heard
invisible,
enough.
bro.
Oh, well
Yeah.
then I don't even.
So there's no stairway. So what Kit did, because Kit is a agile and dexterous rogue, she did a little bit of climbing and a little bit of jumping and got to the balcony overlooking the room, pulled herself up, looked out, and then dropped down.
You should go listen. We need to go listen. We need to figure out what their plan is.
I heard enough.
Power.
They're giving orders. They know we're here. That's what I heard.
Fine.
We need to get out.
I think we should
You're
figure out
gonna
what
get
they're
us
doing.
all killed.
I take one more magic item on the way out.
Okay.
Better
All right,
get
are we
around
going
your
down
invisible
Solace's hallway?
Elspeth Pike.
All right.
Sure.
I can't believe you
And
didn't even take
order of
one
travel.
book for me. Not even one. How to take daggers for you, man?
Order of travel.
I'm for sure last. I'm grabbing to the last second.
Well, I'd be like holding the door for y'all.
Okay, so Kit
Come on,
first.
Izzy.
Zagrin
I'll go
second.
first.
Yeah, I'll go second.
I'll
As-
check for
as
traps
Zagrin
along the
Third,
way.
Solace last.
Yeah, as Zagrin goes by, I'm gonna stop and be like, "Are you all right?"
Yes, that potion you gave me earlier really hit the spot.
All right.
And you see his hair is no longer frizzy. It like went back down.
All right, good. I like pat it down a little bit more. All right, go get out of here.
It's like the lick. Get off.
Stand up straight.
We love our moms. We remember that. Yeah. Moving down the hallway, Kit, the something. Moving down the hallway, there's stairs that go down and then stairs that go up again. There's two more little kind of bench areas in this hall off to the right where you could kind of hop into an alcove if you wanted to. You don't hear anything, and then you come up to another stone door. So the hallway goes, essentially, you leave this room, go straight 5 feet, go left about 40 feet, 50 feet, and then go left again, and bam, like right where your other door was, now on the same side, there's another one. This door, unlike the others, is a metal door.
What does it mean? I'm gonna listen at the door.
Listen at the door. Roll me a perception check.
Oh God, 9.
You don't hear anything.
Is it locked?
It is not.
Is it
As
trapped?
you try the handle, do you want to check for traps?
I'll check for traps first before I check for locked.
Okay. Give it an investigation check.
Oh, that's good. That's 26.
You can't see any traps.
Okay.
Can you smell any traps?
Taste any traps? Did you lick it?
Okay.
The handle's beginning to oxidize.
I don't know what goes into that. I mean, that might be part of it.
I will try the door then.
You open the door. You see a room, 15 by 15 square room. The floor is a tiled floor. So a number of probably 7-inch, 8-inch tiles all throughout. You open the door and you step in a little bit. This room is not lit at all. Are you bringing in any lights with you? And this hallway has not been lit at all.
No lights.
Okay, I want us making perception checks at disadvantage going forward.
Okay.
You're looking around the room. You got the little tiles. You notice some grainy sand around the edges of the room. As if like it's been badly swept. What do you want to do?
Does it seem like this room is trapped, these tiles? Is this some
Make
Indiana
me-
Jones stuff?
Make me a perception check. From a gut level, I can't tell you. But we can tell you what you notice if you roll.
That
With
Eldritch
disadvantage.
Horror room
disadvantage.
seems looking pretty nice right about now.
Man, I rolled another nat 20, but an 11,
Name of
Can I-
God.
15.
Can I have Flash of Genius to give her a +5 to that?
I think you're fairly far in the
I
back.
think you're like not with me, but
Okay.
yeah,
So-
15.
So here's what you do get. There is this stone tiled floor. There's a stone tiled floor. There is, you hear like a tinkle of sand falling. You hear like a little bit of sand falling, and
We found the bathroom.
yeah, and
Or at least the
see
cat box.
in the ceiling, the ceiling is different than what you're used to. Like it's a little bit lower. It's only an 8-foot ceiling, and the ceiling is covered in small little holes.
Trap
I
room.
will close the door slowly. Back up. That room is trapped. I don't think it's a good one to go through unless we absolutely have to. But I think
What
I've said
else?
that about every other room we've seen, so
Essie, I have
Eldritch-
the greatest news for you. It looks like we're going to explore that altar after all.
we might need to go to the Eldritch Horror. That room looks like it might swallow us up in sand if we step on the wrong tile.
Well, can you figure out? I'll point at Slayus. Can't. Nobody can see me. I'm invisible. Can't Slayus just see it? See whatever tiles are magic, and we can avoid them? Or is that not how that works?
Maybe I could also try to check for traps on. It's risky.
I'm also not opposed to the Eldritch Horror Room. I kind of was wondering what that altar was and how it connected to the other altars, if it did or
Okay.
not. Theoretically, right? Like, I think that it theoretically could connect to the other altars if now's not the time, is it?
No.
right.
We have to make a decision quickly, but I think that heading back towards the older, predated architecture might be our best bet, in that if the only entrance and exit in this newer architecture is the one we came through, we're only going to get ourselves deeper and going down further. If our goal is to escape, I think that we need to find a new exit and perhaps the old architecture.
I'm not opposed to the older architecture at all.
Flaeus, as this conversation is going on, you hear back the way you came. It sounds like voices. Sounds like voices that have gotten a bit louder.
Back the way I came, the storage room.
Back towards the storage room. That's right.
Uh-oh.
Quiet. We have to think fast. They're coming.
If they're back there, we gotta go forward.
So we can't go back. Basically, if we wanted to go to the Elder's Horror Room, we'd have to go back where the voices are coming from, right?
You hear
there's a
some
few
voices
stuff.
in that direction. Whether they
Okay.
are in the room or not,
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you.
Were there walls in there?
There were walls, but there was one area where there was a balcony that looked down into the room. And so it could be from up in that balcony area.
Even in the sand area?
No, in the sand
No.
area, there was no
No.
balcony. Sand area was just a
No.
little box.
The voices are coming back from.
Right. I was more asking, Kit, in this weird trapped room with sand that might swallow us, you didn't see any walls? You didn't see any walls or a roof or anything? Ceiling? Not a roof. Ceiling?
Yeah,
I love that.
it was a box. The room was a box, a 15 by 15 box, 8-foot high ceilings, and there were
I
holes
could-
in it.
I
Was
could
there a way out?
climb. I can climb really well.
Right, but climb to where if it was a sealed box? Is there a way out of that room, Kit?
There were 2 doors in the room.
Only looked like it was through the
2 other
door
doors,
on-
so three doors total.
the doors on the opposite side.
I think in
Lord.
combination. Oh, I'm sorry. Slice, go ahead.
Oh, I was just merely asking, Lord Zagran, are you okay to fight?
I'll be able to put down my normal blast power, but I'm out of my tricks for a little bit. I'm taking a lot out of me.
So solving a puzzle might be more our speed right now.
Let's move forward then.
Salius, if you can guide me and I'll just reappear, I can climb around.
I can show you where to go.
All
But I
right.
would need a little bit of a light source, I think.
I got it. I've got you.
Reopen the door, and I'll step back from Saleus so that he can see the magic again.
All right.
Right.
I'm gonna grab out whatever I have in my little pack, and I'm gonna do magical tinkering and imbue it with some light.
Okay, so you have like a candlelight,
Yeah.
basically. So we'll give you 10 and 10. 10 bright, 10 dim.
And I can technically do that five times. So I'll give one to the party, and I'll take one.
Okay. So Lace's eye flares up, but he doesn't flinch. He just wipes away the blood.
No magic in this room. No magic in this room.
There's no magic in this room.
Okay, I'll come back forward
With
and
some light, one thing you do see is that on the door, like just past the door, so this door has a metal door. The one to the right as you look in has a wooden door, and the one across the way has no door at all. But in the doorway, just past where the door is physically slotted in, you see what looks like scrape marks along the wall, as if something heavy can slide along the wall just over the doorway.
On the door that doesn't have a door, or
On your doorway, the doorway that you have.
our
You're looking at right
doorway?
there.
Oh, good. I will
Something
cast.
tells me this slides shut if we enter fully.
Yep.
This is
Let
a
me-
trap room.
let me try to look and see.
Can we? Is there anything we can use to prop it open? Or should I grab one of the boxes instead of the artifacts?
I'll just take out one of my daggers and one of my junk daggers, I guess, and wedge it under like the door to keep it open. Or no, I'll wedge it into like the hinge of the door.
This is going to be a secondary thing that drops down, though, right?
Sure, to keep the door from closing. But yes, it does look like there is something that might slide in front of where the door is.
Okay. I will look at the tiles. I will just look at all the tiles that are directly in front of the door and move forward that way.
The tiles all look identical. That being said, each one is separated by a quarter-inch gap that falls away down below.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be me. It can be anyone. I can make anyone climb real good.
Quick question, Kit, are you walking into the room?
No, I was checking for traps, basically, and checking the tiles to see if they were trapped.
The ceiling you said is like 8 feet.
8 feet.
I'm gonna reach up and touch it.
Yeah.
I'm
so
tall.
there is a stone ceiling with a number of holes, probably that big, littered into it all over the place, like riddled through it, like it's a big.
How big
strainer.
are the holes?
Bug-sized? Is it going to be beetles that come pouring out of here? Is it going to be the
Can
mummy?
I put like
Sand.
a finger into the hole or like a pinky?
Yeah, you put a finger into the hole and it just fits, and it's sandy up there. In fact, as you do it, some sand comes falling down.
Sand is better than beetles that are going to burrow under our skin.
Or spiders.
4K no los dos, guys. Just give me more ideas.
Stop it. That is... I can't. The mummy freaks
It's
me
not-
out.
It's not sand, it's all eggs.
That's even worse.
Yeah, that's better. Okay,
That
thank
is
you.
better. Awful.
How far is it from here to the doorway that doesn't have a door?
15 feet.
15 feet? I could warp over there. Slice you
It's
could warp over there
10
too.
feet to
Same.
to go to the right, but there is a doorway and a closed doorway there.
Is there tiles? Is there a place where I would be able to stand where I'm not on the tiles at the other doorway? The wooden doorway?
If you were far on the far side of the doorway, the wooden doorway. So between you and the wooden doorway, to the right, there are tiles all throughout the ground, or all throughout the floor. On the far side, the doorway that doesn't have a door in it, there is, normal flooring on the far side of that.
Right. Well, it makes sense. Also, hold on. Could I do a investigation check to see potentially which one is the way out? Like, is there an area where there's sand cleared away from the
Give me
opening of the door?
a straight wisdom roll, and I can tell you if you get over a 12, I'll give you the direction of the entrance from here. Get over a 15, I'll give you the directions of the entrance.
Okay, I'm using inspiration. Pow.
Did you tell me when you were going to do this?
No, I'm just looking and thinking.
Yep.
Oh, wisdom, eh? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Over 15. The
Yeah,
way to
that
the
is-
right is the most direct towards the exit, the way you came in. Right? In fact, you remember when you came in, you were in a main room and it had a door to the left, right? Like, this is generally that direction. So you went right as you came in. If you'd gone left, you'd be over here relative to where you started, you think.
Okay, so the way out is to the right and through the wooden door?
Through the wooden door. Probably. Can't be sure. But you do see the tunnel across the way. You can see all the way through the tunnel. It goes 20 feet and then curves to the left, which is away from the entrance.
We need to know what's
And
behind the wooden door.
towards that library area.
All right. I'm just going to shadow step over to the opened hallway and carefully make my way to the bend to look down.
Yeah, you look down. Stairs that lead up, and you can see some light up there.
Do you see any letters?
If we needed a letter, you could have forged one.
I was thinking about it, but letters are better. I can see their handwriting. I don't know what their handwriting looks like. Anything with writing at all?
Just stairs and light. Not daylight. Wizard light, probably, yeah. Jason?
Yeah, wizard light.
Yeah.
That same kind of blue lighting that you've seen throughout.
Stairs going up. Kit, I think it goes to that room. We need to know what's behind the wooden door. I go back down to the opening of the room without stepping in.
Yeah, same thing on this side, actually. There's like a little scraping along the wall. You look up, and actually you see there's a thin stone piece that looks like it could slide down and seal the chamber.
Kit, if I gave you the ability to climb, do you think you could open that door? I know you can open the door.
I can climb. I can climb pretty well.
On solid wall?
What do I have?
I can make you climb on solid wall.
Okay.
If you get over there and open the door for us. All right, here. Let me see your hands and your feet. Hands first. I'll slide in. I've got put a hand in my bag, and I open this like little jar with a concoction, and it's almost like a goopy substance, and I start putting it on your hands, and then I'll just say, like, I'll put my hands close to yours, and like magic starts to crackle as this substance lights up, and I'm gonna do spider climb.
2 questions. Soleus, as you went through the door last, did you close it?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I just assume every time that I'm the last one there, I close the door behind me.
Zagrin, you hear the door opening at the far end of the hall, and you can see some light from the backside.
I'll quickly just tap everyone and just gesture without making noise. And
So I go back into
All right.
bleed into
Kit,
the shadows.
you've been spider climbed. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna go into the room, like climbing.
Yeah, climbing
On
along
the
the
wall.
wall. You can open that door, right? You can open that wooden door, and it is not locked. Do you want to check it for traps?
Yes.
Okay, you check it for traps, spending a moment checking it for traps. As Kit's doing this, you can roll. Zagrin and Essie, there are people starting to come down the hallway. You see 2 figures coming down the hallway with lights. One of them looks like he's armored, right? Armored and has his sword drawn in the front, and you see one of those Cerberus figures behind him.
Anytime, kid.
I rolled a 17 to check for traps, and then I also want to. I can see that there's like a stone thing, right? That like comes.
You can see
down.
that it could drop down. Yes, absolutely.
I'm gonna drink the potion of
Fire giant strength. Yeah.
strength, just in case. And I'm
Okay.
gonna get ready, if I need to hold this thing open.
We need the door
Great.
open yesterday. Come on, let's go. As soon
All right,
as the
so
door
you-
opens, I'm misty stepping into the doorway.
Okay. Zagrin.
It's okay. I've got you in a second.
yeah, Zagrin's gonna wait and see what happens.
I'm going to.
Soleus.
If we get separated, just do your best to make it out. Don't try and find each other. Just try and make it out. I'm going to shadow step to the door if Kit opens it and doesn't explode.
Okay, Kit opens it and doesn't explode. Y'all teleport through. Zagrin on the far side, hearing people getting closer. Hey, what's that light up there? Hurry! And they
I
hear
will-
him start to run.
As soon as I possibly can, I will lose my last spell slot of 2nd level to do Vortex Warp and get him
And
over
pull
here.
Zagrin over. Okay.
I resist. No, I'm kidding.
Holding onto the walls.
Now is
No!
now is not the time.
All right. Stairs leading up, and then the hallway
Got a
goes
hustle.
left, and there are stairs leading down. and there are stairs leading down to another stone door. This one, Selaeus, well, you've lost that ability, so you no longer can see magic. So nothing important about this one. And then there's a hallway to the left with about 20 feet down it, another stone door, or another wooden door. Sorry, this wood with abandoned iron, just like you had at the bottom of this room. Wood with abandoned iron, wood with abandoned iron, and down below there's a stone door.
We close the wooden door.
Yes.
You close the wooden door
100%.
behind you.
Yes.
Yes.
If I'm the last one there, I'm going to, just on my way out, stomp on one of the tiles and then close the door.
Roll me a d4.
Okay.
Oh, stop it. Oh my god.
3.
Kit, are you still holding the thing open?
Holding the.
Are you holding the whatever that thing from up above?
Yeah.
Are you
I
making
mean, I'm
sure it doesn't
standing
come
next
falling
to
down?
her.
Probably. If Selaeus hasn't made it all the way through yet, then I'll
Right, so-
hold it open.
As you're holding it, Selaeus takes a staff and just cracks at one of the floor tiles, and as he does so, it slides in a little bit. You see on the other two doors, they slam down into places. They fall. The one above you hits into your hands, and even with your augmented strength, this is fucking heavy. And sand starts pouring through all those holes into the room. Just sand
Kidding me?
pouring down.
Can I help her in?
I'm
I
gonna.
mean, we're
I'm gonna
in.
drop it. I'm out. Yeah, I'm gonna drop it.
Let's see them get through that.
I'm just gonna look at Selaeus. Oh, that was good. I guess maybe
That was
hold them off a bit.
Look at your arms.
They're like busting out of the tweed. Like,
Are the
Busting out of the
seams
tweed.
like ripping?
oh
my
no!
Just keep it
Oh
posed.
no, that's too bad.
All right, we'll keep moving. Where do we want to go? Up and out.
Hustle, hustle.
Okay.
go.
Y'all hustle through that last door. You get to that last door. This was the one, Selaeus, you're pretty confident this is the one that you didn't go through from that main room.
Right.
I'll check it for traps.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check.
8 plus 8, 16.
16. Okay. You don't think it's trapped?
And I'll try to open it.
Yeah. You open it. You open it, and you open it very quietly. In fact, roll me a stealth check.
Uh, 23.
Okay. You open it really quietly, and you can see this room where you had the battle with that figure, right? And you can hear voices in the room already. And you hear the voice of Ileana. You hear the voice of Ileana, and she's like, "Hold this room. I'm going to get the girl, and we're starting the ritual now. No one leaves here alive." And you can hear her start to walk.
Oh, we gotta
What
kill
would you like to
him.
do?
I'm gonna close the door again really slowly.
We're running out of doors. We're running out of doors to close.
Mundane
feel
and
like-
boring. Mundane and boring.
I feel like we've got a really good YouTube video in here about a D&D party trying to go through a house, like in the tension around each door. Anyway,
It just
go ahead.
peeks through and then go, no, not
I
this
want a
one.
montage. Yeah, I close the door, but it's over and over.
Nope. I'm just gonna look back. There's a ritual, and no one's leaving alive, and I don't know what to do because I don't think that we have much strength left. I mean, I do, but
You've
Yeah,
got
you're-
plenty to spare.
You are buff.
I'm ripped, right?
Crazy. Yeah, even your tweed is pretty ripped. Okay, that
Feels
not
pretty
What
good.
important.
ritual?
I don't know. It was Eliana. She just said she's
That
gonna
bitch.
get the girl, and no one leaves alive. Hold this
Ileana is in
room.
that room.
She just left, but she said that no one leaves here alive, and they're gonna do a ritual. Doesn't sound good.
Did they say who they were going to do it with?
A
Why?
girl? I don't know who the girl is.
You don't. A girl. Do you think she's an innocent in all this?
Most likely.
Oh.
Lord Zagrean, if the Cerberus Assembly accomplish their goals, we can't win. This is not good.
Can
I
I
agree.
cast Pass Without a Trace on us?
Sure, if you have the
I
slots.
mean, no, I do. I just wait. I don't. Wait, do I?
I think you used it
hold.
already once today. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do it
Maybe it
again.
was 3 weeks ago. We don't know, you know?
You did
I've
use it once
already-
today
Yeah,
on the adventuring day.
I can't. I can't. Poop.
Celius,
Yes,
can you do that dark bubble?
I can.
Do that voodoo that you do so well.
Yeah, that thing. You know, the thing that you do
Where?
on us as we get out of here. I don't know. Are
You
we
wouldn't be
leaving
able to
this
see
person?
either.
That's
Seems
fine.
that our
we'll-
options now are either to try to charge out the front door as quickly as possible, or to go back through this labyrinth and try to stop the ritual.
Well, our way out is blocked by sand, isn't it?
Yes.
Big
I
stone
don't
door.
think we can go back.
But if we were to go forward into this,
There was
next room,
another
we'd be-
door.
Down.
There was another door down that y'all could always go to.
But if we were to
Stop
go
it.
through to this room, we would be able to backtrack through the whole way, right?
This way is out, I believe.
Yeah,
If we
this
could
is
get out
this is
to
the
this.
room that you came into this dungeon from. You're
Right. So we
at
would
the
be
door
able
the
to
entrance.
go back through the dungeon the way we went through the first time and still make it back.
No, because that door. Well, we'd have to try the new door because the old door into the sand room is like blocked off by a big stone door now. So we'd have to try that other door. Like, there's one other door, but we don't know where that one leads to.
Right. So yeah, we can either go to the other door or we can go into this next room, like the main room.
trying
And
to get
then
out.
from there we can either go out or go back
Oh, I see
And-
what you're saying.
through the dungeon the same way we went through the first time.
Yes.
And then obviously we would stop at the sand room, but we wouldn't go to the sand room.
How funny would it be if we're just like circulating
Going
each
in
other?
circles.
Exactly.
That's
That's
the best way
never-
to avoid being
The
caught.
Benny Hill
Actually.
music.
is that
starts
now we
playing.
would be chasing her through. Yeah.
How many people? How many people were? Was it just Ileana, or were there other people?
Did I see people or just hear them? Or
You heard them and you saw a few shadows of folks.
I think it's at least a handful of people. Should we just go to the other door and might as well open it and see?
We might as well. It's the easiest option while we think of what we're doing.
Yes, at least then we'll have more information.
If that door leads back to the Eldritch Horror door, I'm gonna laugh. It all goes back to the Eldritch Horror door.
Absolutely. Okay, so you head down. You see this doorway going down, and this is an ancient-looking stone door. You get up to the door. What are we gonna do here? How are we gonna try this? It's just 10 feet down the hall, past the platform that you were on.
We bust it down.
Check it for traps.
Yeah, you check it for traps, and it doesn't seem to be trapped, but it does appear to be sealed. In fact, it doesn't move at all when you push on it.
Even when I push on it?
Even when you push on it. In fact, it's like you really crank on it and it doesn't budge. Like physics don't apply to this door.
Can I try? It's good. It's so dumb. Can I try to walk up to the door and channel that dark energy that seeped into me?
Yeah, it's fallen away from you.
All right.
You're gonna
Can
have
I
to be. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna cast knock.
You can cast it.
Nice.
Now,
nice.
knock
No.
makes a very loud
Oh.
sound.
Celeste, can you do that silence thing?
I can, but then I'll be out of. Actually, you wouldn't be able to cast knock if I did that.
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to cast knock on the door? Absolutely. Now, one thing to note, as you come down here, this area of the hall, where the rest of it was relatively like looks like it had been trafficked. This, however, is dusty. Like no one has come down here in a while. You cast your spell, and there
That's
is
good
a
for that.
loud knock as the door and slides a little bit open.
Good. Excellent work, kid.
My ears are ringing. We gotta get in there.
Sorry, let's go in.
As you
was
look
that?
in, there's a couple things. One, there are some altars or pillars with braziers on them that seem to still be burning. There is a extremely elaborate and detailed tomb, kind of at an angle up against the wall, like kind of at this angle up against the wall, and there are two significant piles of treasure. Two significant piles of treasure in this room. There are scrolls. There are jewels. There are
Nothing.
diamonds. Hold on, let me
Mundane.
see.
It's all mundane.
It's
But
empty
your
room.
eyes,
not-
I see.
There's a
It's
mop
not
and a
gonna
bucket,
keep
and that's
working.
it.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be a magical mop in a bucket.
And there is along with the treasure piles, there is an item. It looks like a pouch, right? Maybe about that big. It's made of stitched leather, and it's got a very fine cord tying it.
Taking everything but the bag.
The bag's what I want.
There's something in
A
that
magical
bag.
There's something good in that bag. It's probably a bag of holding.
Okay, so
What would you
we're
like to do?
moving into the room.
Oh, you're
Can
moving into
I-
the room. Great. So you move into the room. Dust
Damn it.
swirls around your feet as y'all step in.
Could we
I-
have, like, I don't know, like,
We shut the door.
pushed away our,
Tracks?
brushed away our tracks? Although, if it was dusty, it, like, probably just looks like someone cleaned it.
Yeah, actually, does prestidigitation? I think it does allow you to soil something. I know. Yep, clean or soil an object. So yeah,
Sure, you can redust with prestidigitation.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So you're gonna spend Segrin, you're gonna spend some time as y'all are going in redusting to cover your track. Is that right?
Redust.
And I'm going to look for, as soon as we get in, I'm going to look for a way to reclose the door.
Yeah. You could just close it, but it looks like it was
Before-
magically
wait a
sealed.
second.
Okay.
Before we close the door, is there another door, or is
there
that
a
the
way
only
out?
option? Yeah. I would
No.
close that door. Oh,
So you're in a 20 by 15 room with this little altar, kind of a 10 by 15 little altar area where you have that leaning tomb.
Mm-hmm.
It is again detailed. You can see this detailed carving of a figure in ornate but ancient clothing, holding a scepter. Holding a scepter and wearing like an elaborate headpiece.
And that's just a carving on the outside of the sarcophagus.
Carving on the outside of the sarcophagus, and the sarcophagus itself is made of very fine materials with gold and silver and maybe even platinum inlays. Each eye on the sarcophagus is a large emerald.
Oh,
couple questions. I have so many questions.
Miss
First of all,
Ike.
I'm salivating. I'm breathing hard. Yeah. Okay. So is there any writing runes like Talcuri language is specifically what I'm looking for? Do the altar symbols match up to the symbols in the other rooms that we've seen?
Yes, to that.
And are the altars lit up? Is there one that's not lit up because it matched the crumbling
again,
one?
They're not altars. They are little pillars with
Okay.
with braziers on top, but the braziers are burning without fuel. So this room is lit, right? This room is lit, although very dusty.
So is there one that's not lit that would have matched the crumbling one? They're all lit.
There's
and
two,
any
and they're
language.
lit.
that I can
You do see
read?
on the on the pillars, there is writing around the top of the pillar. You see the same set of symbols again and again, and this time looking at them, one word doesn't make sense, but one word stands out. You see it clearly, like you can read it. You get the impression it's a name. And hold on. The name is Gal, Gal, apostrophe, Arak, Arrak. Gal Arak. You see it clear as if it is written in a language that you've always known.
The figure
Only
on
you, to be clear, see it that way.
the figure on the tomb, does it look like the figure that was...
No, it does not.
It's not the sexy elf?
It is not the sexy elf. Nope.
First of all, I'm going to take rubbings. I just slap a piece of parchment up
Okay.
of the
Great.
name.
You're
and
gonna
a
start doing
couple
that. No
things.
problem. Yep.
100%.
Yeah. So Leia starts
Kid-
looking around for a way out, maybe searching the walls if there's a way out, the ceiling. No one touch anything until we...
Kit, what are we up to?
So I've managed to close the door.
No, well, Zagran's still on the outside redusting, so he hasn't made it
Oh,
in quite yet.
Okay.
So, but you'll be able to close the door behind him, sure.
Yeah.
It won't seal. Like, it was magically sealed
Gotcha.
in some way.
I'm just gonna look around and I'll be like, I wonder if this is the room they were gonna do the ritual in. I hope not. And then
Doesn't look big
Yeah.
enough.
That would be mighty inconvenient.
and then I'm gonna just start helping Seleus look for a way out, or just like looking around. Just
Y'all
get
roll
a
me an
lay of the
investigation check with advantage.
Just one person.
Either of you, yeah.
You want to do it or me?
I have no pluses in investigation.
I will do it. Let me handle this.
Mhm.
Okay, that's good. That's pretty good. That's 23.
Nice.
You're looking. You're confident there is no way out of this room. And as you're thinking, fuck, that really sucks. What could be worse? You hear a grinding stone on stone noise. And you look, and that sarcophagus begins to move to the side. You see a
Stop it.
decrepit, decaying hand on the outside, pushing it open, and a figure begins to step their way out, glowing, absolutely glowing with power and radiating an aura of terror. Let's have some initiatives from people, please. And this music is no longer good.
Can I?
Oh my god.
Well, hold
My
on.
dice tray broke again.
Wait, hold on.
Wait a second.
Uh-huh.
Hold on a minute.
It wasn't me, all right? I didn't touch anything. I say is
You have a rubbing of like the guy's
Rubbing.
face on a piece of paper. I didn't do it. I didn't touch it.
wasn't me.
25. I rolled on that
That's
20
the
on my
shaggy
initiative.
defense.
This is like the
Can I-
gaslighting
oh,
elf
man.
anthem.
I mean,
Before
rubbing
you
on
fully
the
get done-
language. It wasn't.
Take inspiration for that, and I hate it.
Yeah.
Okay, 25 for Seleus. Kit?
24.
Jesus, Essie.
Yeah, baby.
16, I already put it in.
Okay, got it. Thanks. Zagrin? 4? For real?
4.
Zagrin,
Oh
no!
Come on. With those
No
dice.
dice left today. No dice.
That's what happens
You
when
need to
spell
stop
like
using
that.
digital dice right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
100%.
Physical dice it is.
Is it possible, like, as I'm seeing the hand and like having this realization,
Yes.
that I just yell out, or like, I guess I'm just gonna yell out like, "There's no way out of here. We gotta go now." And then like,
Can I grab the
Start
bag?
running?
yes,
Absolutely you can. Yes.
but totally not staying around for this.
Essie, you wanted to grab the bag and run?
I wanted to have grabbed the bag and run. I want the bag.
Nothing else?
Nope, nothing else, just the bag.
There's... Okay, great. You just grabbed the bag.
Unless I could grab the bag and scoop something.
You
I
could
would do
spend
that.
you could spend a round, and this thing will get to act, and you could
No,
get.
then I'll just grab the bag.
You could get some treasure. Among other things, is you remember that scroll that you found in the treasure from the
Stop it.
warehouse heist?
Yeah.
There is a very fine scroll on the pile of treasure, but it's just a little bit further back. You'd have to go deeper into the room to grab
This is
it.
an exercise in self-control here.
I don't have any self-control. I'm not wise. Now I'll just take the bag. I wanted the bag.
Okay.
Initially, that's what I would have wanted.
Maybe
Okay,
we
you
can
guys
just
are
talk
running?
to the guy.
Yes.
I'm running.
You don't want to talk to him?
No.
Because it seems like
can
they
I-
locked him in here.
It did not
This
look like
might
a
be his
sexy
place.
hand coming out of there. It looked like a nasty, decrepit.
Yeah, but you don't
rotting
think he wants revenge on the people that took over his house and built on
Okay.
it?
Can I say something? In Primordial, I want to say, Galarok, go back to your sarcophagus.
Okay.
The figure begins pulling its way out, and again, that said aforementioned aura of terror, and it just lets out this deep, amplified howl as it begins moving. Are we Scooby-Dooing it? We're fucking going?
Yeah, like
my
running on the
legs are
spot.
moving, but my body's not.
Leave behind
Why
a
are we
little
going-
trail of smoke in our shoes.
As the thing is running out, you guys go out, and so far the only path I can see is back to that door that Kit had been listening at earlier, where the folks
think-
seem to be waiting in
Sounds
ambush.
reasonable.
They got bigger fish to fry than us right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, try
Okay,
doing
y'all-
a ritual with a mummy.
Y'all go
Loose.
running towards the door. Who's in the lead here? I think Kit, right? You're
Yeah.
lead.
I'm
You're leading
definitely
this thing.
closer to the back.
Wait, did you get a 24 initiative?
Well, she was leading
technic-
the
That's right.
the retreat. So we're just gonna hold on to these initiative rolls for when we
Okay.
next
Okay,
do it.
good, because I rolled a really good one. Yeah, I'm behind. I'm like,
Or when we what, Jason?
If you need it again.
If we happen to need it.
I mean,
So you get
Zagran
to
was
the
never
door.
really in the room, right?
True.
Right, Zagran just
He
like
just finished dusting. He's like,
dusting and
okay,
turns
ready.
around.
Oh,
Oh, come on! I was just working on that. Oh.
Right, and then yeah, it all gets kicked off. Yeah.
As you hear this growling yell resonate through, Kit, you get to the door, busting it open, going through as quickly as you can.
Yeah.
You open the door, shoulder it, and go through, or use your enhanced strength to just blow through the door. That's cooler. You just blow through the door into the room, the door sprinkling into pieces as you just fucking blast it entirely. You look, and two folks have turned. And they draw swords. And behind them, you see a figure of one of those Cerberus wizards turn and look, but they're all kind of shocked as you run through. You've got the door across the way now that is still open, and you'd have to go through them and past them to get out the way you came. What do we want to do?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just running
Running which way?
towards, like, through them. Like,
Towards the
Try to-
exit to
try
the
to-
dungeon.
yeah, try to avoid them, obviously, but, you know, that
No,
direction.
through
All right
them.
through him. You're strong. Just
punch him
I
in
am
the
strong.
face.
I am
You
strong.
can get to them, but you're gonna get to them, and then we're gonna start combat.
Do I still have my spider climb?
I don't know how long does it last.
have I done? I don't think I've done an Elspeth Pike Guarantee of Excellence, so yes, you would still have it.
How long does it
I
last?
haven't
climb
done
and
anything.
muscles.
I haven't done anything else that's concentration.
Does it have a length of time?
An hour, I believe. Let
Okay.
me double check. Let me double check on that.
I'm
You can run along the walls and
I'm
punch
just
the
gonna
guy in the
hour
face with your
climb up
muscles.
onto the ceiling and like I'm like climbing.
Climb over them.
Yeah, like climb up above them. Hopefully that'll distract and disturb them as well. And I don't I don't have a climb speed. Like I'm
You do
Or, like-
now, yeah. It's your normal
Well,
move speed.
like I'm fast, or I have
Yeah.
like that thing that makes me not be slow when I'm climbing.
You have a climb speed equal to your walking speed with spider climb.
So I'm
Nice.
not slowed down by that. That's why I wanted to make sure. Okay.
Great.
Did you like bend your head at an
Yeah,
odd
yeah.
angle as you look down at them?
Yeah. The second I get into the room, I'm gonna shadow step behind them and strike.
Okay. Now this room, unfortunately, is still lit by those things. So there are some shadows in the corner over by where they are that you could get to.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay. All right. Well, let's start some combat. So we can get in a position. You're down below them. You're down below them in the shadows. There's two of them. Then there's the wizard, and they're blocking the way out, and the door is closed. Kit, you're now in a place where you're up above them, right on this relatively high ceiling. You're up above them. So you did some parkour jumping, went up the pillars, and got yourself onto the ceiling. Very cool. Zagra and Nessie, how we doing this?
I'm just gonna say, you got bigger fish to fry than us. It's coming.
Okay.
I'm gonna say something like, "Run or you're gonna die." And I'm gonna.
All right, where do you want to be in the room? So just for reference, this is a fairly wide room, so 30 feet across and about 60 feet wide, kind of rectangular with 4 pillars in the center. 4 pillars in the center. There are those 4 alcoves in which you had the altars, and there's that pool of shallow water at the far end.
I am going to. And did the water was magical, right? Or the fountain?
The water was, yeah.
We need to get out of here. I'm just gonna run. I'm gonna kind of skirt around, but I'm heading towards the door to get out.
Okay. Do you want to grab some cover? Do you want to be out in the open? Where do you want to be? Do you want to be in
Cover.
melee combat range? So you can
No,
get cover behind
cover.
one of the pillars.
Yes.
Okay. And Zagrin?
Zagrin is just, well, I kept my promise. We left the way we came. And I'm also going to take cover behind. I'll do a different pillar, though.
Okay, great. So with that, Soleus, your move.
Okay. I got as close as I can in the shadow.
Yep, you're 10 feet from the nearest guard.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of like leap into the air, somersault from like right next to them, and I'm gonna clock the wizard on the top of the head with the staff.
Okay.
Just gonna jump right up to the guy. Stupid wizard. 13.
All my homies hate wizards.
Yeah, that's a 24 to hit.
At 24 hits, yeah.
Yeah. And a D8. I'm going to spend 1 Staff of Striking charge to add a little D6 onto that guy.
Okay.
Which it's not allowing me to do, but I'll get back to that. So it's 4 charges in total. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's 15 with the first hit. 15 damage.
As you hit, he throws up a shield, and you're able to get past it. But as he does so, the shield has a blast of energy. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 17.
Okay. You take 9 thunder damage as it shatters around you, and it tries to push you back, but it does not shove you backwards.
All right. He's getting another crack in the face for that.
And how much damage did you do? Sorry.
Was it 15, I said?
15 damage?
Yeah. I'm going to do the exact same thing. That's like a 29.
A hit? Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
I don't know if that hits Soleus.
And then I'm going to charge the staff twice. So 2 extra D6s.
Exactly.
Oh. 4. 15. 23.
23 damage. You crack him again, causing him to stumble. And there's blood running down his face from a cut that your staff has left right on the side of his
cut?
face. Yeah.
What's this
Broken
wizard
skin.
made of?
Paper.
Tough stuff.
Yeah. I can't seem to alter the charges on my Staff of Striking.
You can handle that separately. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so there's I have 4 left on it.
Okay. That's Seleus. Kit, what are we up to?
Okay, so
Oh, hold on. Sorry, I have an extra. I have a bonus action. I could use my bonus action to just hit him again. Unarmed strike.
Okay.
Sorry. Let's get this out of the way really quick. 16? Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does not hit. That shield that he's got in the way blocks you off.
Yeah, so I'm like a roundhouse kick to the shield.
Nice. Kit, you're up.
okay. So there's 3 people, correct?
3 people. You're over the 3 of them. You can see Seleus has engaged with the wizard and is in a brutal kind of hand-to-hand fight.
I'm gonna throw my dagger at the wizard.
Nice.
That's a lot of dice. Okay. Does a 23 hit?
23 does
Yes.
hit, yes.
Okay.
It should.
And then
35 hit?
ooh, that's pretty good. That's math. 12, 13 plus God, 4 is 17 plus 3 is 26. 26.
He's like your dagger, as he's fighting Seleus, your dagger catches him right in the back, slides in, he goes, "Ugh!" But he's not down.
Okay. I'm gonna. Where am I at in terms
You're
of
on
like
the ceiling
distance?
above the group. So you're 20
Distance
feet
from
up.
the door.
10 feet from the door, 20 feet up. So 20 if you include the fall distance you have to make.
I just want to go the rest of the way to the door, but just stop
along
there.
Along the wall and ceiling.
Yes.
You're going
Just
to come
stop
down
there.
so that you're
No.
in... No, you're going to stay on the ceiling. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, great.
And I think that's all I can do from up here. So that'll end my turn.
The room shakes and you see dust come down from it as you hear heavy sounds of movement. Heavy sounds of movement, and a light begins to come out of that hallway that y'all just ran through. Essie, you're up. What do you
Yeah.
wanna do?
Is the door wooden or is it stone?
The far door, the door y'all are
Yeah.
trying to get through, it's
Yep.
wood. It's banded ironwood. So it's a heavy
Okay.
door.
Okay. So then a bunch of fire damage probably still wouldn't take it out.
It'd have to be a lot, and it'd probably take
Okay.
a while.
Then I'm just gonna say, you really don't want to be fighting us, but I'm gonna level Happy Ending, and I'm going to do a firebolt. So through it, the runes light up, and I'm gonna do a firebolt at the wizard, and that's a dirty 20 to hit. I don't know if that hits with his
That
shield.
does, yes.
Sweet. Okay. So that's a plus a D8 because. Okay, 10. 19 points of fire damage.
He turns
And-
to face Seleus. The dagger hits him in the back, and your rifle shot goes right through, hits him in the back of his chest, and burns a hole right through his torso. He falls down dead.
Then I'm gonna sling Happy Ending over my shoulder and I'm gonna book it towards the door.
Way to go,
there's
There's
still
other
two
team.
guys,
soldiers in
but-
the way. Yeah.
That's totally fine. I can deal with them. We gotta get out of
Soldiers.
here. Yeah, they're just soldiers. I'm gonna book it towards the door.
Okay. Great. And with that, the two soldiers look at the wizard who just died in this fierce attack. And
Seconds.
they're going
Like
to
6 seconds and he's dead, bro. That's crazy. I'd be running.
Yeah. From us opening the
Um,
door, there's someone on a ceiling, someone teleported next to them, got shot.
It's not looking good for the soldiers.
It's a lot of trauma they're gonna have to process.
And the whole
One of
time we're
them,
screaming, we don't want to fight. We're scared.
One of them swings
Yeah.
his shield towards you, Essie. Swings his shield towards you. That is a 17 to hit.
Shield reaction goes up.
Okay. Okay. Great. And then as he slams his shield into you and you hold up your shield to block it, he takes his sword and he swings it down at Selaeus's legs. All right. That is a 20 to hit.
Yeah.
All right, you take 8 slashing damage as it cuts across your legs. The other moves back.
I need those.
Moves back deeper into the room or back the other way, and sees Zagrin as he's going. Steps over to you, Zagrin, and tries to do the same thing. He swings a shield at you. That's a 19 to hit.
Hit.
Okay. You're going to take 6 bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw. Because the shield bash is going to knock you right off your feet.
It absolutely is. I got a 9.
Stop it.
You're knocked to the ground, and as you're down, he takes his sword and he just tries to jam it into you. That's another 19.
Hit.
And you take 13 damage as the sword pierces right through your chest.
Looking rough, but not bloodied.
Yeah,
And
these
speaking
guys.
of which, Zagrin, you're prone. This guy's standing over you, murder in his eyes.
I will stand up and.
I get knocked down, but I get up again.
No. Negative inspiration.
What?
No,
I'm just gonna flail my flail at him, and I'm gonna use physical dice because I am done trusting the digital. And I
there
got
you
a
go.
2 for an 11 total.
No, Josh.
Yeah, so this guy is armed and armored and really good at fighting.
right.
He knocks away your flail as you go for him.
Until I swing it at him again, and oh my gosh, a nat 1.
Come on.
You gotta be
He steps
kidding.
in close. He gets his
all
shield
day.
ready to knock you over again, and your flail's just unable to get any purchase on him.
I'm gonna buy you a new set of dice.
I'm
Okay.
going through them. I'm using
Yeah.
different dice for next time. We'll find out
Right.
which ones work.
Top of the
And then I
round.
will.
Oh, sorry.
No, because I used half my movement to stand up. Yep. All right. So I'll stay there.
At least you're standing.
All right, top of the round. Let's see. Well, y'all came in. You're being chased by something horrible, and you can feel it. You can feel it getting closer. A reminder: you haven't yet, as far as I can tell, gathered any evidence for Major Cullen.
I have something around that.
That's fine. Yeah, but
I
shard?
think we're okay. The shard, the rubbings that I've been taking with the names, and my magical tinkering, I can do like a static picture of what I have seen. I don't know if
The
that's
collar.
enough, but and the collar, all of that. Also, we are gonna die here, so you know.
Anywho, I'm not judging you. I'm only sharing. At the
If only we
same
had some
time,
books
you
or
have
letters.
you have quickly and decisively killed this wizard, and now there's 2 remaining henchmen. One looked like he was on his way to running and found Zagrin, and the other is fighting bravely but is looking more than a little worried at his situation as he's got 3-on-1. And with that, we go back to Selaeus.
You don't know what you're doing. And I run past the guy that's in front of me. I just like dip past him
Yeah, too
And,
fast for him to make an opportunity
yeah.
attack.
and go to the one that's standing over Zagrin
Right.
and crack this guy in the fucking back.
Okay, he's right there, like right up in Zagrin's face. And you can tell he's ready to bring his shield up into Zagrin's chin.
Yeah. Oh god. This guy's dead. 19 plus 11?
That hits. Yes, that hits.
Okay.
AC
Uh,
16.
Like saying it, like, does a 30
I know.
hit?
Yeah. I'm gonna spend
day.
one charge on the staff of striking. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 20.
20. Okay, yeah, you smash him for 20 damage. So
And-
you whack him in the back, and he stumbles forward a little bit, but hasn't lost his balance yet. Him and
do
Zagrin
it
are right there together, arm in arm.
I do it again. Does a 19 hit?
Yes, it does. 16 hits.
Okay, spending another dice.
Yep,
So I have
roll a
2
5
more
and up.
charges. 2 more charges on the staff left. Okay. 8, 16.
Bam! You hit him. He's looking rough and bloodied, but not beaten.
Well, I'm not done. I'm going to use my bonus action to flurry of blows this guy. And not in the good way. 22 to hit. That's a d6 plus 6. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for the first one. 10 damage for the first one. Yeah, I hit. I rolled an 18 to hit the second time. So 19 in total.
19 total. Great. So that is okay. He's in terrible shape. He falls to one knee, but he's still up.
He falls to one knee, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that should slow him down at least. Right? Right? But Zagrin's standing. Can I get in between him and Zagrin?
No.
Okay. And no object interaction because I still have my movement. Nope, that's it.
Kit, you're up. Yes, you're in
Okay.
the pipe.
I am going to spider climb down that wall to the door. And I would like to bust the door open if possible.
You're gonna try and rip it open? Make me an athletics check.
I have +6, right? With the 23. Okay. Okay. 23 total.
Like, you rip it out and the frame cracks as you pull it out of the way. Right? Just door
I turn
busts
around and I kind of look at everybody like, all right.
We're going to talk about that later.
And then I'm going to attack the guy that's next to Zagrin. Throw my dagger at him.
Oh, the guy that's
And-
next to Zagrin is kind of cluttered up and hard for you to see from where you're at.
So disadvantage?
Well, he's going to get 3/4 cover, effectively. It's going to be harder to hit him.
Well, I still want to try. How would that work?
You're just going to roll.
Not a
His AC just
disadvantage.
changes. No disadvantage.
Okay. Okay, so that is a 15 to hit. Okay.
Not hit. Your blade glances off his shield.
So there's 2 guys still up right now?
One between Essie and the door, and one further in with Zagrin.
How much movement? Do I have enough movement to get to Zagrin?
No. You have
Okay.
enough movement to get to Essie, however. If you use your dash, your free dash there, you do. Have enough movement to get to Zagrin.
Then I'll do that.
Okay. So absolutely.
And okay. Do I still have my attack, my secondary attack?
Your bonus action attack.
Mm-hmm.
See why not?
Okay.
Yeah,
So
you still have to put this guy down.
yeah, I'll just take out one of my daggers. Man, I think they were poisoned, but no, they're not anymore because that goes away, right? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I will attack him. That's a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Oh my gosh, I just threw my D4
Nice.
on the floor.
Better
The worst
wear
one
shoes
to have
around
on
the
the
house.
floor.
Yeah.
2.
2 damage.
Yeah.
You slide your dagger in under his breastplate, and you cut him, but he moves away and avoids the worst of it. He's still up.
Oh man. Okay. That's all I can do.
All right, Essie. Someone,
Can
or wait,
I
before
see?
that sound, that rumble occurs again, and that light draws much closer. You can see just coming into the doorway a hand, a decayed, rotted hand reaches on the outside of the door, and something is about to pull itself through into the room. You're up. Essie.
Everyone stops and looks.
Yeah. Can I see the guy that's harassing Zagrin?
You can, however, you can also see the guy that's right there in your face.
I don't. Zagrin's way wimpier than I am right now. I'm gonna take a. Sorry, Zagrin. It's true. I'm gonna take a shot at the guy harrying Zagrin.
Make it with disadvantage because you're in melee combat.
Okay, still very good. That's a 17 to hit.
17
It's a
hits.
Okay. An extra D8 of damage since I'm channeling my firebolt through my weapon.
Nice.
So that is 14. Kind of crummy. 14 points of fire damage.
You want to describe
Damn.
the way he dies?
Yes. There. So as the runes light up and the fire like erupts from the end, it's instead of like a big fire that comes out, it's like the small, almost like imperceptible orange flare that then hits him and like erupts from this hole in his chest that gets torn open as
Nice.
he falls. And then I'm booking it. I said, we gotta go right now, and I'm booking it through the door. I'm just leaving. I'm taking the attack of opportunity, and I'm leaving.
Okay. Yeah, he will swing at you as you go.
Yep.
That's a 23, and he swings his shield around again.
That's fine.
All right. I need you to make an athletics saving throw, and I need you to take. I need you to take 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so the athletics.
No,
is
strength
a
saving throw, not athletics.
Strength saving throw, same thing for me. 18.
18.
rolled
Yeah. So he
really well.
whacks you, and you lose a little bit of balance, but you're able to keep going. You're not.
Yeah,
knocked
and
down.
I'm not
That's
like
good.
leaving them in the dust, but I am like, we gotta go.
You're up the stairs.
Correct.
Okay.
And that is
Great.
the end of my turn.
Great. Okay. And with that, the lone guard, you see him look back at you all, look over at Essie, and he runs. Actually, he runs towards you, Essie. You see him charging up, and he gets to you, and he runs. He shoulders you as he goes, and he runs past you. He runs past you, going as fast as he can. And he is making
Can I make
tracks.
an attack of opportunity with my dagger?
Yeah,
Yeah, except for you have your rifle out, remember.
you can still
I couldn't
attack
like
him.
one hand like be holding it and swipe with the dagger.
So you have to kind of have a melee weapon out. No, he's just going. He shoulders you and he goes. He runs up ahead, and where you went straight, he turns off to the left. And is just
So-
going.
Left. Do I know which way is out?
You know the way
left
you
out?
came was straight, right? And that's actually where you have Ash Timbeck waiting.
Okay. Well, then I guess straight it is for us.
That's the way
But-
you came. This guy's going
Yep.
somewhere else.
That's fine. He can go there. Hopefully, with an army to come back and subjugate this thing.
Zagrin?
Yeah, I'll follow the wisdom of the crowds and dash my way towards the door and Run.
Are we getting out of here? Everybody
Yes.
running? All
Yeah.
right.
Retreat.
Okay, let's wrap up the combat. Let's wrap up the spooky music. And we're actually going to end here with y'all escaping from this dungeon. You have explored, you've found some things. But did you collect what Major Cullen needed? Did you accomplish
He
your
needed a book.
objective? We'll find out next time. And what was this ritual that they were talking about? Join us for episode 34 to maybe learn some more. Thanks everybody so much for coming. We do this show every Saturday from 1 to 4 Central Time. We appreciate y'all watching, and we hope to see you next week. And in the interim, let's hope your heroes don't die.
Or do.
See you, everybody.
See you later.